Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast, Sort of. My name is Brad Hughes.
My name is Evan T. Boucher.
And today we are picking up our series of The Mandalorian that we've been calling Hey Mando. And we're going to do episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Before we start this, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see that I am gone from Twitter. I just can't do it anymore. It is one of the most negative, stupid places it's helped me out a lot, but it's also hurt me a lot. And it was just the same people with the same nonsense as the last time I got off Twitter, but this time I think I'm done. I may come back for Celebration if Celebration happens and just be able to update on Celebration, but I'm done. So if you need to get a hold of me, you can email the podcast, JediTalkPodcast@gmail.com. You can send listener questions to Evan when we do shows, and he can fill you in on what we're doing, and he can post the show. But I tap out. It's just not worth it to me anymore. It's just not worth the hassle. So, how's everything going with you, man? Other than that,
Man, I mean, other than that, and we almost got killed by tornadoes last night here in Orlando.
It's terrifying.
Like 2020 and Orlando just should not coexist. It's been insane.
It's been rough.
But in positive news, I guess, I've been doing a lot of Star Wars content, watching it, reading it, looking at a lot of stuff. We're doing a replay of Fallen Order, and this was
God
probably a
bless you.
couple weeks ago.
Just watch the cutscenes.
That's what I'm gonna say. Part of it is it should have been a movie. I love the story.
Yeah. It should have just been a show.
Yeah, a movie or show. I love the story, but I hate the gameplay. I hate it. Yep. I can't play for more than 2 minutes without cussing out my TV.
I won't play it again.
I don't blame you.
I agreed with you. I said it when we were reviewing the game that it felt like a Zelda game wrapped in a Star Wars overlay or something. It's weird.
But I think I did.
The lightsaber stuff is so inconsistent.
You can slice an animal 30 times before it dies, but if you stabbed an animal with a lightsaber realistically, it'd be dead.
It'd be dead.
But there's so many things. But there's something awesome in it. I think I told you when I found it. It was a couple weeks ago. They have the sporks from Galaxy's Edge in the game.
The what?
The sporks.
Oh, the sporks. Yeah.
I was
amazed.
amazed.
The sparks. I'm like, what's the spark?
Ignite the spark.
Ignite the spark.
But the sporks. Ignite the sporks.
Speaking of Galaxy's Edge, we'll get to this when we do an actual episode of the show, but I just have been too excited to talk about it. We're already talking video games. I cannot wait for the Galaxy's Edge VR to come out.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. Tales of Batu or whatever it's called.
Something like that.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm all in. I'm buying a VR thing. It's so funny.
I've never wanted VR more than this.
Me either. The Vader Immortal thing was cool, but this is give me this. It's so funny. When I told Holly that it was happening, she goes, I was like, I'm going to have to, excuse me. I was like, I'm going to have to buy an Oculus now for this. And she's like, why? And I was like,
you kidding me?
Because it's Galaxy's Edge. She goes, you can just go to Galaxy's Edge. I was like, no.
It's more on
No, it's not a recreation in VR of Galaxy's Edge,
exactly.
the land. And she was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like, no, they're going to have other stories and stuff from the planet. And
pod racing?
That's what I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I'm hoping so. That would be.
Yeah. I mean, for those of you that don't know, pod racing does take place on Batu. Not in the theme parks, obviously, but in the story of Batu, there is illegal pod racing. So if we see it in this VR series, watch out. It's going to be insane. I
think it'd be such a smart thing to do because it's something that, not a lot of people know of when they think of Galaxy's Edge because they're just not into the lore of it like that.
Yeah.
And it's something that everyone loves. Everyone loves pod racing, so it'd be really cool
to do. For the most
pod
part,
racing
we know one person that doesn't, but she shall not be spoken of at this point.
We don't talk about her.
Yeah.
All right, man, let's get into this. We're starting with episode 5, The Gunslinger.
The Tatooine episode.
I liked it a lot when I first saw it, but I haven't seen it since then.
But, yeah.
I'm curious.
It's got R5, so
yeah,
that's a plus.
So we skipped the intro, so we're loading up now.
Minute 10 into the episode.
Boom, okay.
This is actually the first time I've gone back to watch it since watching the Disney Gallery series.
Yeah, I'm caught up. I watched the last one was so short.
18 minutes.
It was 18 minutes.
It was good, but too short.
Was that the last episode?
No, there's 8 total.
There's 8, okay.
And we're on episode
6.
6 just came out,
well,
so we have 2 more.
I think it's also the first official casting announcement for season 2 as far as directors go. Rick Famuyiwa says,
yes.
can't wait to do it again as soon as I get the script.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he would. I mean, his episodes were good.
He did the next one, right? Episode 6, when they break out the Twi'lek.
Are you sure it wasn't this one? No, it was that one. Yeah, he talks about working with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And he did the episode 2 with the Mudhorn.
Yes.
This is a little drawn out.
It is, but for the most part, it's Star Wars. You know? It's a space battle. We got the shots inside the cockpit. We got a little bit of banter back and forth. For the most part, it's Star Wars.
He goes, that's my line.
Right there. That's my line.
That's weird.
Who
Who directed this episode? Was this Filoni?
I don't know, actually. That's a great question. I'll look it up.
Does it say it on the screen?
No. It will in the credits after the episode. One of the biggest takeaways, I don't know, it's kind of obscure, but for me, one of the biggest takeaways from the gallery was how they say they manipulate the starfield. They move the starfield like they used to in the old trilogy in like all these shots to make it look like the ships are moving more than they actually are.
That's so crazy. It's like it's a static black background.
Yeah, because like in the 70s, the original trilogy, they only had a tiny ass room, you know? Like now they have the volume. They can do anything.
I love that it's called that is just such like a science fiction-y Elon Musk name for something like that.
Yeah.
The volume.
We kind of lost our shit right here. We kind of freaked out. We're like, Mos Eisley?
It's pretty cool. Let's be real. It's pretty cool that they're back on Tatooine.
Yes. Yes, Dave Filoni did direct this one.
Okay, I thought so.
I just looked it up to be safe. We get the same ledge that overlooks Mos Eisley that Obi-Wan and Luke stood on. And this is the same docking bay, right?
No, they were in Docking Bay 94.
You're right. I'm
I
glad.
think it's like 95 or something.
Right,
Or no,
yeah.
I think it's like 43 or something. It's like something like it's cut in half, if I remember right.
I remember at the time
The
we
number
talked
cut in
about it,
half.
we're like, thank God it wasn't the same exact docking bay. Or like, at least they didn't do that. Pit droids.
It would have been cooler if they hadn't said Mos Eisley Tower and just like
Let you
figure it out.
Let you figure it out right now.
Another bad casting choice.
She is, she does.
Carbon scoring reference. That's what he says. That's what Luke says to R2.
Yeah.
You got a lot of carbon scoring. You guys have seen some action. I don't like references like that. It's just
That one,
too
you're not?
down your throat.
Well, this episode especially, because it's like every 30 seconds they do something in this episode. Now, after seeing how much Pedro is in the suit versus how much he's not, I'm watching this differently. You know, like how much of it's.
We'll never know.
Well, I mean,
They talk about it.
they say the majority of it is him not in the suit.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, why would you need him?
Yeah, you don't need him in it.
You don't. I mean, I think it's remarkably consistent how he walks and like
Yeah.
it doesn't ever look like a different person.
No, it's three dudes. It's
And
Pedro
here's
and
the
then
thing.
2 stunts.
If you can pay Pedro, and just think about it from a financial point of view, they showed that celebration.
Helmets, the stormtrooper helmets and
Yeah.
the spikes. It's a badass shot, but
They're playing
Sabak.
Sabak. I almost said Jarek. I knew that wasn't right.
Yeah.
I obviously know the name. I have the freaking card game. But think about it from like a financial perspective. If you can just pay a stuntman and pay Pedro Pascal for a day to come in and do ADR, because there's not a lot of dialogue
Exactly.
in the show, and why would you not
Yeah.
do that?
Plus,
especially when like a stuntman's gonna know how to do that easier, and you don't have to keep switching in between them. It makes total sense to
it
me.
keeps it more consistent. But
I
also,
can't
like,
picture the voice being anyone else though. Like,
no, it's perfect. It's perfect. But like, what stuntman would turn that down? Be like, you might not get paid as much, but you're gonna be Mandalorian and be in Star Wars.
like
No one's gonna turn that down.
Star Wars is a weird thing because like you could have a role like that, and every Star Wars celebration you could make $100,000.
Oh yeah, like nerds like us are gonna line
Just
up
go and say,
like,
"Oh my
ask
God."
for, yeah,
And like you'll have a picture of like I was the Mandalorian in this scene.
yeah, right, yeah.
You know?
In
It's funny.
episode 7, scene 16.
If celebration happens, which I don't think it's going to anymore.
Sadly not.
I don't think it's
agree.
going to happen. Well, I don't know. Maybe they're already at phase 2 in
true.
LA, so it could
Yeah,
happen. We're
that's
still
true.
2 months away.
Yeah.
And if they do meet and greets, which I don't think they're going
That's
to
not
do.
gonna happen. No way.
But I'm the next time they do it, I'm meeting Mark Hamill. I'm gonna
Yes.
be friggin' furious if I never meet that guy.
Right. Especially because he's the most active out of any of them.
I
You
just
know?
love him.
Harrison Ford, not active. Like he's.
I don't
you're
want
not
to
gonna
go
meet
to
him.
celebration again.
You're not gonna meet him.
I'm not shaking those nerd sweaty hands.
Okay, here it is. He's walking into Chowman's Cantina from A New Hope. It looks identical, but the droid scanner is gone.
Is that? I mean, I don't think it is, but is this the original set? Do they still
There's
have
no
that?
way. There's no way. They would have said so. I feel like by now. There's
Look,
your boy.
There's my boy. God, he's so cute. Now droids.
Look at that big ass bug in the background.
love it.
It's just a bug. That's ridiculous.
It's so stupid.
It's just a bug.
But it should like the like the randomness of the original scene. Like there was a guy that looked like the devil.
Yeah, and it wasn't a Deveronian like we see in this
Yeah.
series. It wasn't one of those. It
No.
was a devil.
It was just the devil.
Yeah.
What species is that?
Devil, Satan,
Demonic.
Diablo.
From Demonica.
I don't know, actually. But we do see in that scene in episode 4 a Duros, two Duros, which they like went back and made that Cad Bane's species.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. They're basically just like generic alien looking dudes, but
You had the Wolfman guy.
yeah,
You had the
a worm and an elephant.
yeah.
So weird. The Dune Sea, another
Dune
reference. This is the
I
episode.
mean, I guess though, if you are in the same place, you would have, and you're talking about landmarks, it would have to be something
Yeah,
that's there already.
yeah.
This guy could have been such a cool character, and he's just a dork.
Exactly. Now, I like that. I didn't notice that the crime syndicates, we might get some, like, Black Sun references or Crimson Dawn references. Like, you never know. That could come up.
Remember, after this episode came out, the actor that played this character was shitting on somebody for acting, and I was like, hey, dude, you suck, though, huh?
He's a little awkward.
He's awful.
Yeah.
He thinks he's
For
way cooler than he is.
Yes. Doesn't help that he was sitting in Han Solo's booth.
Right? He reminds me more of Dash Rendar.
But still not as cool.
No, Dash Rendar was cool.
Yeah.
He's such a dork.
I forgot his last name. Toro's his first name. His last name is Calican. Toro
Calican, yeah.
Calican.
Great Star Wars name.
It is. Gonk droids in the background. Gotta love that. The child is gone. That would be a terrifying moment. You know, after watching and slogging through chapter 4, how we're like, he wouldn't just leave the child alone like he does in that episode.
He does it
He
again.
does it here. Like, he wouldn't just leave him. After the first 3 episodes, we know he wouldn't.
Yeah, it's something I don't like about.
It's not consistent at all.
What was she just trying to do? It's like she went to pull the lever, but the lever didn't move. Did you see that?
Yeah. She's like mashing a control panel, and she thought there was
It's
a
like
lever.
it's like those things in the queue for Smuggler's Run.
Just like that.
I think those were intended to be more interactive elements that got cut,
No doubt. I mean,
like
sadly,
a crane moving or something that you were able
looking
to.
back, it's probably good because of this COVID stuff, but I wish it would have been a thing.
I'm not worried about COVID, dude. You could sneeze right in my face. How about I went
I
to
might-
Volcano Bay? I didn't wear a mask once, except when I was on the bus.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do when I go next week. So
There
feel ya.
there was no one wearing a mask, and you know what's funny, dude? Like no one's been saying anything about social distancing during all these protests.
right? They've shown pictures. I've seen pictures of like it's shoulder to shoulder in all these protests. No one cares.
No one cares.
It's ridiculous.
Did you ever play the Shadows of the Empire game?
No, never did.
I used to always look at speeder bikes and think of Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But after I played that game, there's a speeder bike, the swoop bike level in the game where you're going through Mos Eisley, and it reminds me of this because there's a part where it's just like this.
Are they swoop bikes like the Cloud Riders in Solo, or are they?
No, they're those
speeder bikes like these?
I think they
Okay.
call them swoop bikes in the game though.
Okay,
I could be misremembering what they called it.
got you.
But it's a scene just like this, and you go through and you jump over like the Sarlacc pits.
Dang.
It's cool, man.
That is cool. That is like this.
I think I have it on the emulator. I have to show you.
This is Star Wars right here, though. This feels very Star Wars. No complaints with this. Yeah, this feels. Seeing the sand people.
This was all filmed in the volume, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
God,
They didn't go out to
dang.
Tunisia. Like it looks like they're in Tunisia,
That-
just like episode.
It looks
4.
no different.
Yeah. It blows my mind.
Another reference. Let's do a drinking game every time there's a freaking
Aw,
Star
man.
Wars reference.
We'll die after this episode. Nice knowing you.
Ding.
And then he pops up, just like in A New Hope. Right here. Bam. I do kind of like this, though. A little bit of sign language. Which also kind of throws it back to what he learned from Quill with the Jawas. Little negotiation skills.
Mm-hmm.
I almost feel like if he hadn't have met Quill, he would have just like killed these two sand people, and moved on.
They're not droids though.
No, but he didn't have a problem killing Jawas. The king of one-liners.
I keep hearing people say that the sequel trilogy didn't really push like the technology in any way.
Yeah,
And
it did.
I think they're right because I don't think they used the volume on any of this, but the volume is could legitimately change the film industry.
Yeah, and it should and will.
And they use it on a TV show. Imagine if they use this on a movie with an even higher budget.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Ding.
I can't imagine. They wouldn't even need a higher budget though if they use a volume for a movie. That
But-
saves you money.
But they could
Put that money elsewhere,
But what I'm saying is they could even have the backgrounds look even better because they're not.
right?
You know what I
That's true.
mean? They could be
Yeah.
more elaborate. I mean, the reason it works is because they're simple looking backgrounds.
Yeah.
There's only a few times where you can kind of tell. And I think that was actually that shot just there a second ago was
Was
one
it?
you could tell.
Yeah.
No. I'd rewind it, but the little dude back killed the guy. I don't remember this at all.
I forgot about this part. I don't even know what this is. What he's doing with this dead body. Is it a hunter? Okay, yeah, another hunter. With a fob.
He's looking for him, right?
Probably, yeah. At this point, everyone is, including Fennec Shand. And we're about to get one of those stupid
Was it-
references.
Wasn't Finnick a character in something else?
I don't know.
No.
About having the high ground.
Ugh.
Right there. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. I think she does a good job at playing Fennec Shand, but like, do we really only need 12 minutes of Fennec Shand in this whole?
You'll see her in season 2. 100%.
She's alive.
100%.
Okay.
100%. She's still alive.
To be like,
25.
you think? I was thinking like a kid, like even younger. I think that comes off as funny, but for the most part, Toro's annoying.
I don't find it. I was laughing because it was stupid. I don't think it's funny at all. It's. Is he supposed is he supposed to be unlikable? Like I know there's some characters where you're like I like him, you're not supposed to.
Be. Yeah, he might be.
But
I don't think that was their intent though.
because like he's got a cool design. His armor looks cool, but he's just such a douche.
Yeah. And like you said earlier,
this is too dark.
He's got such a good name, but yeah, this scene is way too dark. We don't see Tatooine at night too much, you know?
It's true. It might be
We
the
saw
only
it-
time.
We saw it in Attack of the Clones at night once when Anakin.
Oh
is
yeah, when he
slaughtering
goes
the
back
sand
and he,
people.
I killed all the women and the children.
Too. But see, it was dark for a second, but that's the point. They're using the flash, the what are these, like flares?
Yeah, to screw up her.
Her aim, her sight.
Did Favreau write all these episodes?
He was involved with it. I don't think one man or one person wrote everything. I think it was like,
He's so involved.
yeah. I loved in the last episode of the doc, episode 6, like him and Watiti's like bromance they were having, talking about their like relationships on Marvel and what they do with Marvel and how they brought it over to Star Wars. Like,
I'm gonna rewatch Thor Ragnarok tonight.
yeah, I watched it probably a week or two ago.
Hey man,
Hey man, I'm Korg. That's Meek. Gotta get on that ginormous spaceship. Get out of here. Wanna come?
we're cool. This is too dark.
Yeah, like it works with the flares, but right now and they're both wearing like black and dark brown. Like it's hard to see these two people fist fight.
And it's a cool fight scene too. It's like I
Yeah.
want to see it.
Yeah. It's like a Black Widow move right there.
Mm-hmm. It's an armbar, bro.
Yeah.
Isn't that the Ming Na Wen or whatever her
Yep.
name is? The
Yep.
voice of Mulan, right?
No, she's in the live action Mulan.
The live action Mulan. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
She's Mulan.
Which we'll get at some point, maybe, eventually.
Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. How are the Oscars gonna do? Like, what
Yeah.
are the Oscars gonna do this year? Because you know, like some of the rules for like being in consideration for an Oscar is you have to be released into theaters.
They're gonna have to bend those rules.
You
Move
have
the,
to.
the calendar year or something. Just like act like these
I think
3 months didn't exist.
I just cancel it. Like,
You can't cancel it. Like you'll just have to say, give them an extra 3 months instead of saying from this month to this month. Just give them more time to be in movies.
it's weird.
You know what? Like one of the cool things with the Volume 2 was they brought up. They're like, the Mandalorian's best car armor. It's so reflective They're like, we have to have practical lights and practical scenes
because if you don't, you have to go and add all that crap in later. And
and you're either gonna mess something up or it's gonna look bad, or like you have to do that realistically. And it's true. Like he's just a walking mirror.
Yep.
It's ridiculous. And you can really see here in the dark, just a light reflecting off of him.
Mm-hmm.
Another reference. Boba Fett.
Ding.
He's no good to me dead.
He's no good to me dead.
The
If
Empire
he
will
expires, the Empire I think that's what it says,
compensate you
compensates you handsomely. I don't think we mentioned Queen's Peril on the podcast, did we?
No, we did not. You're getting into that now.
Just
That's
I
out.
have the book. I literally haven't opened it yet.
Yeah. I haven't looked at any spoilers. I'm going to read it eventually. I've heard nothing but good things.
I loved Queen Shadow. It was
Yeah.
really, really good. It made me like It made Padme my new favorite character in the prequels.
That sunrise right there, this shot, is all in the volume. Like, think about that. That is, it looks real. They're in the desert. It looks like they're actually there filming.
I wonder what, this is just my nerdiness. I wonder what brand of LED wall they use. So like what are the specs on those things?
Right?
It looks like a little bit like a background there.
This shot, yeah. When they zoom in closer, the closer they get, yeah. Now, the nerd in me says, what's the theme park like? Yeah, what's the utilization of theme park?
I
How
would
can
be
they do that?
surprised if it's not what they're doing with the play pavilion.
Right?
If you just covered that in LED walls, you can make it look like anything.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the video of the wave?
No. The wave.
Let me find it.
I mean, in a way, it's the volume is just like the Epcot experience on steroids times 45. Like, it's
Mhm.
just, that's what it is.
No, it won't.
Torvo Calican.
That's an LED wall.
What? The wave. Look. Okay, yeah. Look this up if you guys haven't. This is ridiculous. It looks like there's just water splashing around in a giant glass box.
Isn't that crazy?
That's ridiculous. So yeah, like take stuff like that plus the volume. There's a theme park application.
You know what the coolest theme park application this would be? And unfortunately, it's just not how this park is anymore. But if they would open up an attraction at Hollywood Studios and make tied into Disney Plus, and it's like Disney Plus presents the gallery, but you can go in and like recreate a scene from the Mandalorian in the void or in the void in the volume.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Wouldn't that, like that's what they would have done back in the day.
yeah, maybe like as much as I love One Man's Dream, or now what's it called? Walt Disney Presents. As much as I love that, make that. I'd be okay with it.
I don't want to take anything out of the parks.
No, move that somewhere else. It needs to be there. It has to be somewhere in the parks, but move it somewhere else.
Talk again into the mic.
I'm just
Okay, I just want to make sure
it's
it was still on.
okay.
The angle of this, I can't really see the screen very well.
Good. Or if Quester, Disney Quest.
By the way, I made a friend last night. He's a guy who lives in the same building we did, but he also moved over here to this building for $1,000 less a month.
Right? The steal of the century.
And he did the projection for what ride did he tell me? The Pirates of the Caribbean.
In Shanghai?
No. The Disney Quest, the game.
I love that thing. That was my favorite thing.
Yeah, I think it was
Favorite
Pirates. It was I think it was Pirates.
Favorite thing.
But I was like, I need to have you come on the show so you can talk about it.
Yes.
He talks about like
I'll have to bring a change of pants.
He designed a bunch of the stuff. Like he's a super smart guy. He's cool, man. I can't even see what's happening.
That in this shot and the shot before, that dewback.
It also could be but it's not that bright out.
No, we have no lights on in here. Like, I don't know. The dewback just doesn't look good.
Also, could have been a way for them to hide how bad it looked if it looked
Put
terrible.
it in the dark. That's like GI. move is if it looks bad, make it dark. But you know what's funny with creatures? I think we called it when it first came out, but when we first see the blurs, those were stop motion. They literally were stop motion. They said it in the gallery, one of the episodes.
Did they? I don't remember
Yeah.
them saying that. But
Yeah.
it's funny because we did go. That looks
We're
like stop
like, that
motion.
looks like stop motion, and it was.
I like that kind of stuff.
I do too. It's like that's obviously not real, but it looks like I like it there. It looks fine. Does steal every shot. Like if he's in it, I'm looking at him. I don't care what else is going on.
Yep. He's so cute.
I'm looking at those big ass ears.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe some of the iterations of it.
I
Uglier
know the
versions?
ugly ones. Oh.
God, they didn't do that. This show might have been a failure if they use an ugly Baby Yoda.
Unless it. Don't point a gun at him, you asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot stand
It's
that guy.
terrifying. I don't know. After seeing Toro point a gun at the child, I think
Glad
he
he's
is
dead.
supposed to be someone that you don't like. He's supposed to be. There
God,
he
he's
is.
so cute.
Look at it. Those eyes and the ears. Yeah. The little fingers. And I love what Favreau said, too. He says, when it is CGI, they don't make it do things that the puppet can't.
I love that.
That's perfect. That's how it should be.
That's exactly, because then it's like
It's real.
it never looks ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
like-
why Yoda sucks in the prequels. Is because he's flipping around and shit and like.
Yeah, we didn't mention that on the show either. I've started if you're following me on Twitter, try to follow along. It's kind of shitty because it's the prequel so far, but I'm starting the rewatch.
It only gets better.
Yes, facts. It's not release order. I'm doing episode order, and
That's the way to watch the movies, man.
yeah, like
Are you doing Rogue One and Solo?
I haven't decided yet.
Throw them in there.
I should. Okay.
Throw
I'm
them in
gonna
there. Do Solo and then Rogue
Yeah.
One.
Okay. But it's weird because obviously I grew up watching the prequels in the theaters, and Phantom Menace had Puppet Yoda.
Yeah, and it's jarring as shit.
Now that I watched it on Disney Plus, it's CGI Yoda.
Did they change it?
Yeah, they have CGI Yoda on there.
In the Phantom Menace?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, I kind of miss Puppet Yoda, even though it was jarring. I agree.
It wouldn't be consistent. I just needed to be consistent.
Yeah.
You know, and
If you make Yoda in the prequel CGI, keep those three consistent, but then after that he's a puppet, and keep that consistent.
The scene in Phantom Menace where they're in the library, that was a practical puppet, right? Where he was floating on the thing?
Yes.
So is he CGI in that scene now?
Yes.
Weird.
There's no practical Yoda in the prequels now on Disney Plus.
Weird.
Now that's the debate. Is this going to be
Yes.
Boba,
I think so.
played by Tamara Morrison?
I was really hoping it was going to be Luke Skywalker.
That would have been so badass. That would have been insane.
You know they are doing an Art of Mandalorian book, right?
Yeah.
My wish came true.
No, it's just whatever you say, they do. They steal all your ideas.
See, look, that is seriously Boba Fett.
That's badass. Yeah.
They,
But yeah.
I'm telling you, man, I can just feel it in my bones.
And you can tell by the way Favreau keeps talking about how I got my action figures out and I'm playing with Boba Fett.
It was an
and
IG-88 story.
Yeah.
So look how much cooler he looks there.
Yeah. Soundtrack's still awesome though.
That's Boba Fett, bro.
Yeah, you can't really tell me otherwise.
But
I want to know the reason. What made them say you can't do Boba in IG?
Because they probably have plans for him
To put him in season 2 anyway?
No, I think they probably. It was when this was being pitched. Had to be around the time that movie was coming out,
That's true.
and they canceled it. I mean, dude, that's Boba Fett. Look at the colors.
Yeah. It doesn't have the thing on the helmet though, the antenna.
That could be explained away.
Yeah. Like the Sarlacc ate it or something. Like
Yeah. Why is it so small?
We've never made
Oh,
it that far
that's
in the
why.
credits. We always just say next episode.
It didn't pop up until just then. I guess they want
Yeah.
you to see the art.
Yeah, you have to see the art.
I really liked this episode when it came out. Probably because I'm just a big Bill Burr dork and I love him.
Yeah.
But I feel like this was one of the better episodes.
But also, like,
Come
think
on.
about it. The Tatooine episode, Gunslinger, we just saw, we ignored 75% of it and talked about other stuff. We pulled like we did with the Bryce Dallas Howard episode.
That's the lowest episode for me.
And dude, in the gallery, she is so out of place.
She
Every time they show her, she's like, "Yeah,
she
the
looks
Star
like
Wars,
she,
fun."
she looks like me when I first got my new job. I didn't know what I was doing, and I was
Yeah.
in meetings. And I'm just saying, they're like, I don't know what anyone's talking about.
That's what she does, and she just like awkwardly laughs along, like, "Yeah, I'm a part of this." Yeah.
I like how they give her the out too. Like, we gave you the most difficult episode.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
No.
You don't give the hardest thing to do to somebody who's never done it before.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a good idea.
I was-
Especially on your flagship Disney Plus series.
Right.
Like,
This is Rick Famuyiwa's episode, his second one.
yes. And he's in it along with Dave Filoni.
He's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
right. He's the
X-Wing
X-Wing pilot. Yep, that's right.
Filoni, him, and who else? Who was the third?
It was Deborah Chow.
Deborah was?
Yep.
Okay, sweet,
Mhm.
sweet. And Filoni's call sign is something with a fox, I think. Or
Wolf.
A wolf, yeah. Something with a wolf. I
Wolf.
forget. We talked about it on our episode we did
Yeah.
when they first came out. But, like, think about this. This whole hangar, it's in the volume.
It's crazy.
They're in this hangar right now.
They talked about like turning it on,
Yeah.
and it looks like real when you're there. Dude,
Sometimes
that's so
they couldn't tell where it
crazy.
stops and, like, begins.
That's so weird.
And the
man.
fact that they can change it, they said it takes 30 minutes to change, right?
I thought that seems long to me because
It
it's just
does,
it's just so much data, I guess.
Yeah,
loading.
you have to render an entire room. Imagine that.
I thought it was pretty crazy that they previs all the episodes.
Oh,
do
yeah,
pre-visualization. on
They
all
basically made each episode as an animated show and then acted out the animated
that
show.
would be. I would love if they released the animated pre-visual as a show.
Yeah, I'd watch it. I know you would. You just said.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. And the fact that they basically mirrored it, like, shot for shot and, like, character move for character move.
And they were like, they'd put on the VR thing and then just
Yeah.
copy those camera angles. It's
Yeah.
like it's almost like, why'd they make it live action?
Yeah. I don't know, for the novelty of it, you know?
Because they can.
Why?
Look who it is.
Billy.
Old Billy Freckleface himself. He's also in the new movie coming out on June 12th called The King of Staten Island with him and Pete Davidson.
I haven't even heard of this.
It's like a semi-autobiographical movie, Judd Apatow movie.
All right, okay.
And he plays like the new
Intriguing.
stepdad. Do you know anything about Pete Davidson?
No.
His dad died in 9/11. He was a firefighter.
Oh.
And
Oh, wait, then. I have seen this ad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen this advertised. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's-
Okay, yeah.
that's a true story. His dad died in 9/11.
Oh.
And he gets shit on because he'll like make fun of it. And I'm like, you can't tell him he can't make fun of his own dad's death.
Exactly.
He's a comedian. He deals with things like horrible things in a funny way. It's a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
People forget that when you make fun of things.
Now, they all have a past relationship, but not Bill Burr and the Mando. They don't know each other until now.
Yeah.
But Din Djarin and the Mando, and I don't know the guy in the beard, his character, but the bearded guy, they have a relationship. They used to run jobs together. Yeah, I forgot about that too. How he makes fun of Bill Burr for being a bad shot, for being a stormtrooper.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. There's the Devorian.
That's Clancy Brown, the voice of Mr. Krabs.
Yes. I didn't know that until you told me.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah.
You told me that when it came out. And I was,
The Mandalorian. It's a Krabby Patty. Yes, Mr. Krabs. It's a Krabby Patty. Yes. 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 Have you seen the video of the guy who does Plankton's voice and he's like,
yeah.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
All right. Now the Mando has to work with a droid, but that's obviously not good for him. But
With
this-
a droid. Who's the droid?
Zero. That protocol-looking droid who's been, like, modified.
Did I not see that just now? Was he laughing?
Yeah, but, I mean, he's in the whole episode. You'll see him again. She is so annoying. Shihan, the Twi'lek.
The guy's more annoying.
They both are. But yeah. They just like hiss the whole time and like make weird goofy ass faces the whole time. It's like
Oh, that droid, yeah. The one that's the bug eyes.
Zero. Yeah. Yeah, so Mando has a previous relationship with Shihan the Twi'lek and the bearded guy, but that's it. So Bill Burr is new, the Devorian is new, Zero is new.
You can tell it's Mr. Gr-
Now I can, yeah. Like looking back, yeah.
SpongeBob. Dude, that SpongeBob store at Universal, when you go, you got to get a
I haven't
freaking
been.
Universal pass, dude.
Well, I'm going for the first time this upcoming week. So
It's so fun. Dude, I'm going to start going every day to at Volcano Bay because I don't have to wear a mask. And I love the water
Yeah.
park. I'm just going to
you
start
get
going.
to be outside
Yep.
in public with no mask.
What was I going to say? Oh, you know the episode with the jellyfish? And they do the dance party?
That's the best episode. Yes, best one. Yep.
They have the little pineapple.
Best one.
They have that at Universal. You walk into his little house and it's like
No.
the lights are changing. It's
Aw. Dude, screw Diagon Alley. I'm just going to hang out in SpongeBob all
the
day.
SpongeBob store is awesome.
So this is a Republic transport?
Yeah.
Or, okay, New Republic.
Yeah. New Republic.
My bad.
But this takes place 5 years. I remember on the podcast that I was on,
Wookiee Radio?
Wookiee Radio.
Yeah.
So I was trying to hear what he was saying. Wookiee Radio, I kept saying it was 25 years after. I said it backwards. It's 25 years before
the sequels.
Before the sequel, so
Yeah.
5 years after.
Yeah.
How does New Republic established at that point? When does the New Republic get established?
It must be. We don't know, yeah. It must be, obviously. Well, how much of it do they get into it with, like, the Leia books? Like,
I don't remember.
When does
I need to
she
go back and
leave-
reread Blood.
when does she leave
I listened to
politics?
Bloodlines in one day.
whoa, that's crazy.
I started it. Okay, so that's true, kind of. I started it once.
Mm-hmm.
Too much time had passed before I went back, and so I restarted it, and I was like 4 chapters in, and so then I listened to it from that point all the way on. So I don't really remember. I need to go back and listen to that book.
Because I feel like it'll be covered in those books. Because, like, she left politics after helping establish the New Republic. Oh, right there. Don't trust anybody. That's been talked about in this series. It's like Indiana Jones throwback.
Like a
Little bit
Canto Bite slot machine. I bet you if you asked Bill Burr what Canto Bite is, he'd go, "What?"
He'd be like, some disease you get when a rabid dog bites you? I don't
I
know.
wonder if I could get him on the show. I bet I could, especially
be
with the movie
wild.
coming out.
That'd be wild.
The only thing I'd say maybe not now is because he just had a second kid. He's having a boy. Dave Filoni loves those like floating in space
Yeah, he does.
tank like platform ships.
Yep. Like stations. More like space stations or medical stations and stuff. There's so many of them in the Clone Wars.
Resistance is on one. The Resistance show.
Takes place on the Colossus.
Colossus, that's what it was called.
Speaking of the Clone Wars, though, I looked up how many episodes there are of the Clone Wars. There's 133.
Oh my god. That's just too much.
And
How long can they drag that out?
So by my standards, I said 47 of them are good. So that
That's
is 35%.
Yeah.
35%. And I took that down and said, realistically, 19 of them are good. That is 14%. I knew you'd get a kick out of that.
You did math.
I knew you'd get a kick out of that. That's why I did it, just for you.
That's hilarious.
So think about it. There's 19 good episodes out of 133.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. This is one of the longer episodes. It's like 45 minutes.
Yeah. Well, 'cause they have to introduce so many characters. It's not just Mando and Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's true.
We got like 6 people. This does show character development, though, for the Mando. And then they make fun of him. Yeah. They've basically stolen his ship and like shanghaied him into this mission.
Yeah.
And now they're making fun of him. Oh, yeah, the
There's
gun
a
gun
gun gun.
reference. You said no one to show your face?
I remember at Celebration they show a clip that had Bill Burr in it, and I was with Alex.
It's when he's like peeking around
He's
the
peeking
corner,
around, and
blasting.
then, like
the
he's got a
third-
third thing
yeah.
on his shoulder.
Yeah.
And I remember going, "Is that Bill Burr?
Yeah.
Is that Bill Burr?" And then I tweeted at him,
Yeah.
and then I'm sure I'm not the only. I may have been the only one that tweeted at him because they only showed that footage
Maybe.
at Celebration,
Right.
and I have a screenshot of like, maybe I didn't have a screenshot. I forget. But I was like, "Is that you in the Mandalorian?" And then the next day he was like, "So I got some tweets that someone saw the Mandalorian trailer. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
me. I'm in Star Wars." And he goes, "After years of shitting on it and making fun of it, I'm in it."
He's like the opposite of Taika Waititi. How he was always like, "Dad, I'm not in Star Wars, but I got Marvel," and now he's in Marvel and
Yeah.
Star Wars. Bill
It's
Burr was
hilarious.
like, "Who cares about Star Wars?" But he's in.
No, he hates Star Wars. He mocks
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
There's been episodes where he's just literally mocked it. It's hilarious.
Oh, the scene is so tense. Oh yeah, Bill Burr. What if he dropped the baby right there? If Bill Burr dropped it,
I thought he did. I thought he does drop him.
He does drop it. He acts like he's gonna, but then he ends up doing it. Right?
Yeah, I feel like he does because remember people were giving him shit about it.
Yeah. And he's like, "It's just a
And
puppet."
the same thing with
Yeah, he does drop it right there.
Yeah, I
he
thought
dropped
did.
it. Yep.
And the same thing with the other guy who's
The stormtrooper that punches it.
yeah, who is
Yeah. It's a comedian, a famous comedian. Sudeikis or
Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, Sudeikis. Yep. Oh man,
He got like death threats. Like, guys, it's a fucking puppet. It's not a real thing.
right?
And even if it was a real thing,
They
they
it's
wouldn't
in the
harm
story.
it. It's on a set.
And it's in the story. They told me to do it. Like, it's part of the show. They have the like doorway of this tunnel entryway from like Bespin, from like Cloud City.
Mm-hmm.
How it looks like it would just cut you in half if you got stuck in it. See, to me, like, this is more of a heist than other things. Like, Solo was kind of billed as a heist film, but it really isn't. When you look at it.
I mean, there's heist elements like the train robbery and stuff.
Yeah. But like a heist, to me, like you have to have people that are good at specific things, and that's
Mhm.
why you get them. Like they have the Devorian because he's muscle. They have
Mhm.
Bill Burr because he's a good shot. They have the Mando because his ship is what they need, but also he's good at fighting. He's a warrior.
Now, how much of this was on,
The volume,
or was it? Yeah, was it?
they haven't really said much.
They showed that one scene with Rick Famuyiwa walking around it, so I guess they made some of it a practical set.
Yeah.
It'd be so hard to justify practical sets like that when I guess you need it for that because you're.
When there are
Gonna have to be
tunnels and
using it.
hallways and
Yeah.
yeah. But when it's in a vast desert, it could be in the volume easily,
Mhm.
and it should be.
Think about the money and effort they saved by not going to Tunisia to film that.
That's insane.
Right? Like, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like they had to, instead of hauling a whole crew and craft services and everything,
Yeah.
it's just You just go to the same building you've been filming in for the past 6 months.
Pour some sand on the ground. Go to
Well, be careful. Sand is rough, and
sand
coarse.
is rough. Of course, it gets everywhere.
Yeah.
This to me, this turns from a. Is that a Jedi?
He's in robes.
Isn't he?
It looked like robes, yeah. And then there's an Ardinian. Just like Jon Favreau's character
Rio
from Solo.
Durant.
He's got Imperial clothes on.
Yeah, you didn't notice that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know what that is.
It's turned into a horror movie. From
It
a heist
does.
movie to a horror movie.
It does real quick. I feel like Shihan is just like a Harley Quinn ripoff. Like that's what she's supposed to be.
Harley Quinn's likable.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's the point with her character too, like Toro Calican. Like maybe she's supposed to be a pain in the ass and not likable.
I don't like these droids.
I'm still not sold on the design of them.
Star Warsy.
They look just
They
like,
look like
generic sci-fi video game,
that's exact. It looks like
like a Halo robot or something.
I'm trying to think of the name of the game. Far Cry?
Yeah, I could see maybe Far Cry. Yeah.
No, that's not the game I'm thinking of. What's the one?
No.
It's Mass Effect.
Yeah, okay, definitely. Yeah. Well, we know the Mando's not against killing droids, so he's going to murder
He
these.
loves it.
Yeah. It's fun for him. It's
I
a
like
sport.
that they have the Starbird on it.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like they should have been more K2SO looking.
Would have been cool if they were K2SO
Because those are security droids. You know, that's what they should be. But these don't look like any droid you've ever seen.
Not. I don't. It looks almost like Chappie.
Oh, they look a lot like Chappie. Yeah.
What is fire?
Always
gonna
goes
do?
to the flamethrower. It's his go-to.
That's such a cool shot.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Showing the hole through the droid's head. Showing Mando on the other side. See, they're not even grateful after he just saved their ass.
Yeah. That's a cool shot too.
And see, yeah, they had to have Zero so he can manage like the security system.
He's the hacker.
Yeah, the hacker, exactly. This is definitely part heist, part horror. That's what this episode is. Here's Matt Lanter
He's the guy who voices Anakin
in the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars. Okay.
Yep. He's got the Starbird logo too on his shoulder. See, this is character development for Mando. He doesn't want to kill Matt Lanter's character. He only is okay with killing droids.
Put the gun down, Mando.
Scene is so tense. Like we both shut up and we're like focused.
It's a good scene,
It's
man.
real tense. I think this type of scene really shows the strength of the director. You know,
Say it again.
This kind of scene shows the strength of the director.
Yeah, 100%.
I think like Rick killed this scene. Get that blaster out of my face.
That's something that Bryce Dallas Howard could never do well.
Yeah, I agree. And now they've killed a human. Mando's not okay with that. Shihan did it, of course, because she's a pain in the ass. No one likes her.
Mayfeld, that's his name. They are really remarkably consistent with the what's the word I'm looking for?
The
Physiology?
and physiology of how they move.
Of the way he moves.
Yeah. No, I don't know the purpose of those
Why would
droids.
they explode?
Yeah, I don't know that either.
Are they gas powered? If I threw two laptops at each other, they wouldn't explode.
You want to test it out?
I don't have two spare laptops, but I'm pretty sure my theory's right.
They're powered by coaxium, maybe. I don't know.
Could be.
And now they've kept Mando in the dark on the rescue mission here. He doesn't know who they're saving. And they've all betrayed him. Basically, the tables turned. Mando left this annoying-ass Twi'lek behind in the past. And now he rescued him, and they're leaving him behind.
Mando. It's Grief Karga. I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, it was me and Holly. And we were talking about how great Werner Herzog's voice is. I'm like, I could listen to him order from McDonald's. I'd like a number 1 large with a Coke.
Now,
and a McChicken, please.
Speaking of
Go
which,
light on the mayo.
I've been binging Parks and Rec on Netflix now. I have like 5 episodes left. Herzog is in 1 episode of Parks and Rec.
Why?
Yeah. He's just it's a cameo. He's in like 30 seconds. He sells his house to Chris Pratt's character, Andy Dwyer. And he's like, in his voice, he's like, I'm selling this house so I can move to Orlando and be closer to Disney World.
I've seen that clip. That's from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
And I was like,
and be
what
closer
is this?
to Disney World.
Yeah, we're like, what is this? It was hysterical.
His voice is so cool, man. It's like it's impossible to do too.
And
like,
but that's always his voice. Like,
yeah, that's
it's
just
not just how he is in the shows. Like,
yeah, that's just him.
when they interview him about Baby Yoda, he talks about Baby Yoda like that.
You're like just completely enamored the second he starts talking.
Yeah.
You're like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Grizzly Man?
No, but you've told me about it
Shit,
1,000
dude.
times, and I gotta see it.
We should do commentary for that. I thought he was retarded. That's literally a line from the movie. The sheriff of the town, when they find out, because you know the story of it, right? What happens?
Yeah, that idiot that went to live with bears.
He
Yeah.
get eaten.
What do you think's gonna happen, man? Come on. But I love how much Herzog loves the puppet baby. You know, he loves puppet baby Yoda.
It's so adorable when you see him on set. I just want to hold him.
This is great now. Now we finally get the horror aspects. Mando's going to pick them all off one by one. Can Disney do a Horror Nights maze like this? Can you imagine? I'd love it.
Have you seen that stuff that they do at Tokyo Disneyland?
Yeah. Alice in Wonderland maze and like...
No, for Halloween.
Yeah.
It's
the maze is like the Mad Hatter's like...
creepy.
The Mad Hatter like decapitates people.
Have you seen the commercial for it?
Yeah, the
It's
commercial's creepy. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that. I forget the other properties they've used. They use Monsters,
Pinocchio,
Inc.
they did
Pinocchio.
once. Why do they do something like that? It's like
I understand not Disneyland,
But here's the thing,
do it here. Do it in
still-
Walt Disney World.
I get them going like we don't want to do it, but then when you go and do it,
Yeah.
you're already doing it, and
And
it doesn't just because it's in a different
Their
country doesn't mean
justification is, it's a foreign park.
doesn't mean that it's any different. Like
Yeah. I get
we're
not
all
doing
the
it.
same.
I get not doing it in Disneyland, but they're starting to lean more that way in California Adventure.
Yeah.
So if they do it there, it's cool. None of them care about each other.
It's messed up, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like classic Star Wars scoundrel, you know?
Yeah.
They're all out for each other. Everyone for themselves. Like brother and sister
Nice
even.
family.
Yeah. Nice family. You think Bill Burr improvised that? I wonder how
No.
much they let him go.
0.
None? Dang.
doubt
They
it.
should let him go next time. He's coming back, don't you think?
I would imagine so with how this ends.
Yeah. They should let him go.
So if Holmes on the signal can move. This music's great too, by the way.
Yeah. Everything about this episode is tense. Like, we've shut up. If you can get us to shut up,
Yeah, right.
like, think about that. He's cut off their comms, so now they can't even talk to Zero.
Did baby not like Twi'leks?
Which is weird, because these are the first 2 Twi'leks we've ever met that are assholes. Like, usually they're
Yeah.
either slaves or they're just cool people. Like, in the background, no one cares.
Yeah.
But these people are like, we hate you. Like,
SpongeBob, me boy.
does any other, not voice acting, but actual acting.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in stuff.
Yeah,
so I
he's
don't
been
know,
in a lot of
but
stuff, man. He's just well known for Mr. Krabs because it's
Yeah.
friggin' iconic.
He's got a great voice.
Great
Really
voice.
good voice. This kind of turns into horror too, with Baby Yoda and the droid Zero.
Because you don't know what his intentions are. You're like,
Yeah.
what is this thing
Is
doing?
the droid gonna kill the baby, and then like, eventually it gets flipped where it's a horror for Zero.
Yeah.
So like, this is great though.
Well, didn't Rick Famuyiwa do like a bunch of heist movies?
I don't know.
Am I crazy?
They got into it in one of the episodes of
I
Gallery.
feel like he did. I think at least he did a Fast and the Furious, right? Did I make that up?
Ooh, I don't think so. I don't know. You could be right. I'm not sure. I don't think so though. Jeez,
He's from Nigeria?
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that either.
Now the Mando's like hanging the Devorian,
He did Dope, Brown Sugar, The Wood,
choking him.
Confirmation, Talk to Me.
Oh, he used the whistling birds. I think that's the last of his whistling birds.
I think you're right. This
This
guy's
is-
so strong.
This is, yeah, it shows his strength, but then he uses the flamethrower, and this is badass. I love this. He's a Devorian. He's a devil. Of course, they're immune to flames. He's throwing him around like a rag doll, though. See, like, talking about the darkness of the fight scenes in the last episode, that's a well-lit fight scene, well choreographed.
Mm-hmm.
We got to see all the moves. He throws him out the door. And we're expecting, like in episode 1, we're expecting the door to cut him in half. But it kind of subverts your expectations. He's lifting the door up because he's so strong.
This is something that, like, everyone's like, he got killed there. I'm like, no, he didn't.
No.
Because they show him at the end with his horns are cut off.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
For a show that's been out since November that everyone in the country watched because it's the second most streamed show, third,
Right behind,
second.
Now second behind Clone Wars.
That only has 15% good episodes.
I going back and rewatching this now, I think the only episode I don't like is 4.
I don't know, 4 and Gunslinger 5.
That one was at least
We talked through all of it though. We didn't
but-
even pay
Yeah,
attention
we're
just
talking
now.
through this one too. I mean,
We're
that's-
paying
that's
attention
the fun
though.
of these.
We're being tense and shutting up for some of these scenes. For 5 though, we're like, yeah, Toro sucks, but hey, how about the new virtual reality, Galaxy's Edge,
Yeah.
you know? But
That's the shot they showed at
with
Celebration.
the over-the-shoulder
Yeah.
blaster he's got. Yeah. That's his
And I was like,
specialty.
that's Burr? And I just, from not knowing him, but like knowing his opinion on how much he's shit on Star Wars, I was like, that's
Yeah.
so weird that he's going to be in a Star Wars movie. Why would you think that would work? He's
Right?
wearing armor.
Not just any
How many of these
armor.
fucking knives does she have?
Beskar armor, right? She's like in your favorite
She's
movie
like Batman.
or your favorite movie, Hela from Ragnarok. Like Hela makes sense though. She's a goddess.
I
She
don't
can
remember that.
she can manifest knives.
She does?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that at all. Need to rewatch it. I was thinking about either that or Rogue One tonight.
Man, why do you want to torture yourself? You don't like either of those.
I can't tell people to rewatch movies
I guess that's true.
when it benefits,
That's true.
my opinion on a movie. Like I have to
Yeah.
practice what I preach, right?
That does.
Look at that. It's boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's so dope. So cool. No. And you get Bill Burr screaming like a bitch. No.
Yeah. I mean, though, like rewatching things can validate your opinion. Because I just did Attack of the Clones in my rewatch last night, and it's unbearable. We got halfway through, and we were like, "How do we finish this? What do we do?" Like it was so bad.
It's awful. That ending with
The rest of it. And like I said, like the books I've read are supposed to make it better. Plus, the Clone Wars should make it better. It doesn't. It's still rough.
Whatever I promise, I'll make sure you get it. More. Come on, man. Be reasonable. We're hired to do a job, right? So do it.
who would have been a good actor for that role of the Twi'lek that would have made it better and more realistic? Johnny Depp. It would have been hard to get him for that.
Oh man.
But like if he's playing like a Jack
Yeah.
Sparrow-ish type character,
yeah.
that would have been awesome. He wouldn't have been as annoying. Come on, Mando. Savvy.
All right, here we go. 0. And
I forget what happens here. Oh, yeah. Oh, I remember this.
he's
And
trying
he,
to
looks,
use the Force.
and he looks at his hand, and he's like, holy shit. He's like, holy shit, I did that?
And then he like afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, okay, I guess
So
I could."
funny.
Yeah, the baby's like, "Did I do that?" Oh. The ears perk up when he sees his dad, basically.
I love it.
Now the Mando's locked everyone in the New Republic prisoner transport. Flies away with his theme blaring.
I'm so curious about Celebration, the next one, whenever that is. How many people are going to have Mandalorian dressed up like the Mandalorian?
Ah. I mean, the Mando mercs already were a thing.
Yeah.
So add this on top of that. Oh yeah, I forgot. You said it earlier. The homing beacon can be traced. So he picked that homing beacon up for New Republic fighters to come and attack. So they don't attack the transport, they come and attack what he
Mhm.
does with this homing beacon,
Yep.
which was badass. He delivers his cargo as promised, takes his money, but also screws him over.
Yep. It's the best.
Right? Yeah, who cares where everyone else is? As long as the job gets done. Yep. So what's currency called after Imperial credits? We don't know, do we?
Just credits.
First Order credits? Like, we don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, at this point, First Order isn't in charge.
Batu
So,
still has the Spira.
yeah. So each planet still has their own currency.
And I think that's why they were called Imperial credits. Maybe Imperial credits were... Because that happened in
Yeah.
Phantom Menace, too.
Yeah, he says, I have Republic credits.
Republic credits. So I wonder if it...
And the Tordarian, what's his face,
Yo,
Watto, says, those are no good here.
They're no good here. They're no good here,
And
huh?
he's like, Republic credits will do fine.
No, they won't.
They will do fine. No,
they won't.
What are you, some kind of Jedi?
Jedi?
Moving your hand around like that? I'm Tordarian. Mind tricks don't work on me. Only money.
Only money, huh?
Jeez. The ship's badass too, though. I like the
My
ship.
favorite Star Wars impression to do is still Sebulba.
Cisco Saboba.
The scroony dopot, Slamo.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the tracker. Yes. The ship's
He like
badass.
throws it out.
Yeah.
No.
They're like, no. They figured out. It's too late. Now we get the directors as X-Wing pilots. And these are the next evolution of X-Wings.
Mm-hmm.
Between... Yeah, yep.
In
Between what Luke flies and what Poe flies. There's Dave Filoni.
Because
There's
there's
Rick.
Rick Famuyiwa.
Yep.
It's I'm pretty sure the last one was Deborah Chow.
She is.
Why didn't they show the woman first? They went with the white man first.
How dare they?
Yeah, there she is. I thought so. And God, it wasn't Bryce Dallas Howard.
Oh. Yes, the old classic sound effects of the X-Wing blasters.
Take that. Just scroony
They're gonna
dopot,
blow up that
Slamo.
whole station. Yes.
That's so dope. Now, could you render that effect in the volume?
They do.
The effect of the ship going
Yeah.
through?
Yeah.
Whoa. That's obviously
And then-
so much easier to do now.
Yeah, and then this part is filmed basically like being in the Falcon on Galaxy's Edge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, he gave him the little the joystick top, his little ball to play with. Yes.
He's a good dad.
The best dad.
And so they do this so you know that they're not dead
Everyone's
still.
alive.
You
He
see him holding his horns like,
and they're sliced off. Yeah. Oh, the soundtrack's sweet too. So unique. Yeah, it's so good. And that's it. It's good.
That's one of the better episodes.
It is. And it doesn't connect to the greater story of season 1, you know? It's going
that's
to
the
connect.
problem I had with it, though, was that
Yeah,
it
but
didn't
I mean,
do
they'll
that.
come back to it.
I can't wait for the art of.
Yeah.
That looks nothing like Bill Burr.
Nope. No, it doesn't.
It kind of does right there.
Clancy Brown. I love that ship.
That one?
Yeah. It looks
Oh,
partially
he was in. He was in that little
the holograms,
Yeah,
the
that's
holo
right.
message. That ship partially kind of looks like Grievous's ship, but
It looks like
better.
it looks like pod racing engines.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. They took pod racing and
Yeah.
put it on Grievous's ship.
I really wish they do something more with pod racing.
They should.
Also loved in the last episode of the the gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like, yeah, we just called Doug Chang and go, hey Doug, can you whip up some can you make some Star Wars real quick?
Yeah, right.
It's just so funny, like having that dude on speed dial is so friggin' hilarious to me.
And like, you don't even really have to ask him; he'll do it. He'll be like, "Hell yeah!" Like,
I wanted to see what the names of the pilots were.
I got him wrote down, and we talked about him on the show before. We have mentioned them. Queue up next episode, and I'll get them unless you can find them.
I can get them here real quick.
You'll find them faster because I have them wrote down, but my notes are an enigma. Definitely a crazy.
Your genius is
mass of
showing.
Notes.
Where?
Patrick, your genius is showing.
New Republic soldier, Matt Lanter, Trapper Wolf,
Yep, that's Dave. Trapper
Jib
Wolf.
Dodger,
That's
and
Rick.
Sash Ketter.
Yep, that's Deborah Chow. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Trapper Wolf. What a friggin' dope name.
That's exactly what you said then.
All right, sorry guys. I just wanted to get those out there. I love they have all the other languages that it's
The credits.
the credits are
Yeah.
so long.
Jumping ahead now. Finally, season. Chapter 7.
Chapter
The
7.
Reckoning.
This is a Bryce Dallas Howard episode, right?
No, this is Deborah.
Yes, because
Deborah Chow.
That's right. I knew it was some broad. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
Whoa, Jesus.
Oh,
You can tweet at me if you don't like it. Oh, wait, no, you can't.
Got him.
I wonder how many emails I'm going to start getting. You stupid, racist, sexist, homophobic, blah, 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 blah. Hey, you know what? Delete that email. They have to acknowledge it.
Exactly.
My friend, if you're receiving this transmission, that means you are alive. You might be surprised to hear this, but I am alive too. I guess we could call it.
So good.
A lot has happened since we last saw each other. The man who hired you is still here, and his ranks of ex-Imperial guards have grown.
I really want them to go into more of...
The transition between
How-
Empire to First Order?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
knew you were gonna say that.
need to see that. I
Yeah.
also am curious of how much time is going to have passed since the last time, since season 1 and season 2.
Yeah.
There should be a year or two. That'd be
I
really
hope
cool.
they do it. Like you said it before.
Well, I guess they can't.
As
because
much
of
as
how it
we
ended.
love The Last Jedi, like we wish there would have been a jump. Like we wish it wasn't 6 seconds after Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And I agree. Season 2, I hope, is a year after season 1 or something, you know? I mean, it probably should be more if they want to get into First Order. Because in Force Awakens...
You could just have like the inklings of like something. They've always teased of the outer regions or the dark. What do they call it?
The unknown regions?
The unknown regions.
Yeah.
You know, which was Exegol, right? I mean, now
That's
that we know
part
that,
of it. Yeah, that's
it all
a
came
part
from
of it.
Exegol.
Yeah.
What a great planet name too.
It is.
Exegol.
I like it better. I don't like
Um,
Agent Kloss as a planet name.
No,
I don't know if I like Kef Bir as a planet name.
I don't mind Kef Bir.
I like Kajimi, though. Kajimi's good.
Kef
Pasana.
Bir's fine.
Pasana's
Pasana's
good.
great. Yeah,
It's-
Agent Kloss. I don't.
kind of is weird
It
to
sounds
me.
like a person.
I was going to say, yeah, it does sound like a character name.
That was the jungle planet, right?
That's where the Resistance base is.
Yeah.
Kloss. Yeah. Ray's training grounds. So he just got his mission from Grief Karga. He decides to go back to Sorga to get Cara Dune. And she's fighting somebody from Dathomir.
What's the name? Oh yeah, he's a Dathomirian.
Yeah. So
Um,
he's a Night Brother. Well, maybe. Not everyone from Dathomir is a Night Brother or Night Sister.
Yeah, I hate all that in Fallen Order.
Yeah. If he was a Night Brother, he'd have what they call magic, but which is really the Force. And so he's not. So, yeah, he's
By the
not a
way,
Night
she
Brother.
would actually beat the shit out of this dude.
Oh, yeah, no question.
It
This
wouldn't be
dude's not
close.
built like... Yeah, she's built better than he is.
She's a fighter in real
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
She'd murder this dude.
She wins the fight anyway, though. So,
It would,
realistically...
it would go something like this. I mean, that's jujitsu.
He tapped out?
I love that idea. Like they're tied together.
Yeah.
Gina Carano is so likable.
I love her enthusiasm in the show. And, like, the gallery,
Yeah.
like, she just loves to be there. You can
And
see
she
it.
also is humble. Like she's not
Yes.
like Bryce Dallas Howard
Yes.
where she feels like she deserves to be there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't like Bryce Dallas Howard.
Bryce Dallas Howard direct any of Black Mirror? I heard she did. Because I'm going to start Black Mirror soon.
You haven't started Black?
No.
I think she did do the one episode. I think she's...
And people have
forgot
told me
about
that
that.
she's good in that. And I'm like, I don't like her Mando stuff. I don't like her in Jurassic Park. I'm like, I just don't like her.
The episode of her with it is good.
Is she only directing?
I don't
but
remember.
it's good?
I know she's in
She's
the
in it?
show. I know
Okay.
she's in the show. I don't remember if she directed it or not.
Okay.
But the episode of her is really good.
Okay.
She is... It's her best acting by far.
Okay.
I'm already pretty bored. And I'm not in the mood to play soldier anymore. Especially fighting some local warlords.
I don't think she directed it, though.
Oh, yeah, here's how he talks her into coming with him. She doesn't want to fight warlords or random criminals. The Mando tells her that they're ex-Imperials. And because she's a former rebel shock trooper from Alderaan, she's like, I'm in. Let's go kill some Imperials. That's how he talks her into it. I love that.
Let me give you episodes of Black Mirror to watch because you don't need to
Okay.
watch them in order. They're like Twilight Zone.
Okay. I'll probably end up...
They're all
I'll watch
different.
all of them, but yeah, the order
There's
doesn't
some
matter.
that you can watch later. But
Okay.
I'll give you like a top 5 list to watch.
Okay. Hopefully it's better than 15%.
It is. I
good.
promise you. I'm telling you.
That's
Black
going to be a
Mirror
running
is
joke now,
perfect.
man. I'm going to keep bringing up 15%, and we'll know we're talking about Clone Wars.
We are the 15%. I want more of her backstory.
Yeah, all we know is
Little
Rebel.
baby Yoda.
Oh, look, poking his head over the ceiling. He's trying to feel out Cara Dune more, I think, right now. He's like, I don't know about this chick, you know?
Did he choke her in the last episode, or is it in this
no,
one?
it's coming up in this one.
I don't remember.
It wasn't. Yeah, it's in this one at some point. Yeah, it's in this one. But he's kind of like that pet that your
It's not
girlfriend
cool.
has. Like, your first girlfriend, you know? And the pet's like,
Duncan
know
was never like that with me.
no?
Mm-mm.
That's good.
Well, Duncan's just a lovable, like...
Oh, that's right. Did
Chicken.
Duncan go with Holly? Is he
Yeah.
gone? Oh, I wanted to see him. Dang.
Yeah, he's in New Jersey.
Okay. But that's
She went up there because her family dog died, and they
all of
wanted
my
her to bring
girlfriends
him.
have had a dog like that, where like they all try to feel me out. Like,
Really?
Do I like
Maybe
this
it's you.
dude?
You're shifty,
Like,
bro.
I am.
You shifty dude.
Yeah.
I'm loving the beard, by the way.
Thanks, man. I don't know what else to do with my hair, so I'm like, if I distract people with my beard, you know, they won't look at my terrible hair. Yeah, now he's gathering his team. He went straight to Cara Dune, and now he's going straight back to Quill. Is it Quill? I say Quill. I think it's Quill.
It's Quill.
Either, yeah, it's either way.
Speaking of Duncan,
Duncan. I love that dude.
he's the best.
There's the baby Yoda reaching up to Quill.
The
Strand cast. See, we're getting some more on him.
what?
A strand cast.
What is that? Sounds like
It's
it's
an
failed
artif-
Sega
it's-
Genesis Sega console.
Strand cast means it's artificially made. Like a test
Strandcast?
tube baby, kind of. You know, like artificially made. But
Is that a
Quill's-
Star Wars term, or is that a
it's-
real term?
It's both. They've adapted a little bit to Star Wars.
Huh.
But Quill says he doesn't think it's a strand cast.
So it's not artificially made.
Yeah, so he thinks it's a clone.
I love how hard it was to pull off Quill, that character.
Right? How is it? 4 people do the animatronic head
Yeah.
plus the woman inside the suit.
Yep.
5 people plus the voice. 6 people.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, Nick Nolte.
Nolte. I remember when they cast that, I thought it was one of those things where I was like,
Yeah.
"There's no way that's real." Nick Nolte's not going to be in Star Wars.
Can you imagine? Go back in time 5 years and say Bill Burr and Nick Nolte are in Star Wars.
Are going to be in a Star Wars TV show,
You'd
and
be
it's
like-
going to be a global phenomenon.
right?
They're like, nah.
You'd be like, no, you're high.
I still wish High Republic was a TV show and not a book.
I hope it gets to a TV show at some point. Like it needs to be.
It's such a weird thing.
Nick Nolte's got another one of those voices where that's how he talks. It's just how
Mhm.
it is. He always sounds like he's in pain and straining.
He sounds like he has bronchitis.
yeah,
And he's drowning in his lungs. He's got COVID and he's drowning.
right? But that's just how he talks. It's so weird. But it's perfect for this Ugnaught.
Yeah, it's
It
perfect.
fits perfectly.
One thing I find it's kind of inconsistent though is how they treat some characters. Like Ugnaughts didn't really talk in the original trilogy.
Not at all.
They
They
like,
didn't speak
grunted and
basic.
make noise.
They didn't speak
and-
basic at all. Yeah.
So it's weird that like some of them can, some of them can't. I love this whole
Oh,
training.
look, he's gonna squish that little lizard. Ugh. Murders him. Quill's like, come on, man, you can't be killing lizards.
They haven't done much with IG-11
In the gallery?
gallery. They haven't shown much of him.
No, but I mean, a lot
did
of
the
it was
one thing.
practical though. Like from the waist up, they have a practical dummy on set,
Yeah.
and the head moves on set, so that's a real thing. But it's just walking in the arms. Obviously, that's animated.
Remember when those concept art of Galaxy's Edge came out and it looked like IG-88? I wonder if it was IG-11.
There was an IG droid in the concept art.
Yeah, remember?
It was probably Doc's droid, because Doc has an IG droid.
Yeah, but why would it be out like by the Falcon?
It's a security droid. Maybe it's, tracking somebody down that threatened Doc, or he's out on a mission for Doc,
Oh no, weird.
And it's weird, too, because it's an IG droid, but it's not called IG. It's called BK-86 or something. BK-80
The
something.
one in Doc Ondars?
Doc Ondars, yeah. A threatening assassin droid just offered you tea.
How beautiful that looks, man.
Here we get backstory on Quill and Ugnaughts in general. Oh yeah, I forgot. 7 episodes in, and we finally get his name.
Well, that's why I like this. We discovered the subtitle thing.
Yeah, but we knew his name in
Quill's
episode
name
1,
from 1 because
but
we watched it
Mando
with
doesn't know his name
Yeah.
until episode 7. Mm-hmm. Yep. Quill says droids are imprinted upon and not good or bad. Possibly foreshadowing to Baby Yoda's development. Or child development in general. No one's
I think
born
it was
bad
a
or good.
commentary on gun control.
Could be.
Guns
Yeah,
are not
yeah,
good or bad.
yeah,
It's just how
definitely.
you use them.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
People don't kill people. Guns kill people.
Yeah, guns just jump up and
Yeah.
it's not the psycho that shoots up a school. It's the gun's problem.
Yep, it's the gun's fault. Arrest the gun.
But like I by the way, I'm not a gun person.
No, yeah.
So I just want to clear that up so I get. Well, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have Twitter anymore.
Tweet at him.
It's just yeah, go right ahead. Tweet my Twitter handle is Evan T. Boucher.
Whoa, hey. It is not. I'm now
Um,
off Twitter too now, so no.
But because I go like, yeah, but if you didn't have a gun, you wouldn't have to worry about it. There can't be mass shootings without a gun. But it also takes a person to do the shooting.
Yeah.
It's very strange. It's a
So
weird
what you're
dichotomy.
saying is get rid of all people.
Dude, it's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay,
I'm running
I'm
for
in.
president.
I'm in.
My platform is going to be we need to get rid of some of you people.
Here we go. The Force joke. Cara Dune and Mando arm wrestling. Baby Yoda's like, I'm not into this, man.
It's like,
Cannot be
"That's my-
hurting.
That's my dad.
Yep. Oh, he looks so evil. A cute kind of evil.
You can't choke chicks without consent, Baby Yoda.
You're not wrong. You always have to wait for them to ask for it.
Or do it on the sneak tip and then apologize later.
When you work for the Empire?
Mm-hmm. Ugnaughts were indentured servants.
Do you think they would
to
go
the
back
Empire.
and retroactively put him into the scene in
Please
Empire?
no. Please no.
That's Dave Filoni's special right there.
That's true.
Putting Captain Rex in.
Oh, that's so true. You don't need that though at all. Because really, the Empire.
He knew how to fix droids.
Oh, don't even stop! If you say it, it's gonna happen. This is your fault. You're bringing this upon us.
He knew how to work with droids.
Why? Stop. Why?
I'm just saying. I'm just
I hate
saying.
you.
I'm just saying. Look out for it.
The Empire didn't, at that point, own Cloud City outright, so I'm gonna hope not.
Well, that doesn't mean they weren't sent there.
You're right. I hate you. Stop. You're gonna make it happen. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a comic like next week.
A one-shot Quill.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, I knew
I wouldn't
Lando
mind that.
Calrissian.
I love one-shot comics.
Yeah, but not when it's that. When Quill knows Lando Calrissian because he worked on Bespin.
Hello there. Quill, is it? Let me show you to
How
your
to
working
fix IG
quarters.
droids. For one day
Send
when you
Leia
have to
my
save
love.
one for a bounty hunter that
It's the
you
most
might incur.
uncomfortable line in Star Wars. Rise of Skywalker, send Leia my love.
And then what Ray
she's like,
says back is kind of awkward too. It's like,
You can give it to her yourself.
and we're like, whoa.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Now that Han's out of the way,
And it's kind of
Lando's
awkward too
home,
when he's talking to
baby.
Jana too. Like, where are you
Let's-
from?
Where are you from?
How about
Beautiful.
we find out?
How about we find out? Send Leia my love.
Does that thing leave the ship?
You got a real thing for droids, don't you?
I got a real thing for that droid.
But I've not said he rewired it.
That droid was designed to kill things. I don't care how much wiring he replaced. It goes against its nature.
Well, it shouldn't be a long job anyway. You take out the head in it, the rest will be in my crack.
I think at the end of this episode we can really say it too, but this episode just kind of feels like a season finale, you know?
Yeah.
Because like he's building his team, he's going to approach at this point what we think is a bad guy, Grief Karga. So Grief's got his little escort, his little security detail. Grief Karga is perfect casting though.
100%.
Carl Weathers,
No, get out of here.
that's the best line. I still love that.
So good.
No books for you. No, get out of here.
Send Grief Karga my love.
Why
don't you give it to him yourself, Lando?
I mean, Lando is. It's not. Is it pansexual? Lando actually is.
Yeah.
So
The character is.
yeah,
Makes sense for that little smuggling hoe.
yeah.
I ain't mad at it. I find it weird that people care.
Exactly. He's a made-up character from a
This
space
fictional
movie.
thing where the guy who ran a city in the clouds
Speaking
has
of,
to be straight.
speaking of which, thankfully you're not on Twitter. But after you left, it's starting to fall apart even more. J.K. Rowling, have you heard about her?
No, I'm so glad I'm not.
She is like going off against like gay people and trans people and
Going off against them?
like negatively talking about them.
What do you mean?
I haven't read it. I'm just like hearing people's backlash because I don't really care that much. But she's like against gay and trans people.
No, she's not.
She is at this moment on Twitter. Yes, she is.
Pull up what she said. I need to see what she said now.
I haven't looked myself either. I'm just based on what people are saying about her. So maybe I'm wrong, but Twitter is falling apart at the moment.
It's a dumpster fire. There's
Yeah.
nothing good on there except like the people I met that are cool.
Exactly. Like I've gotten,
And all those people
I'm in
can
the
reach
same
out
boat.
to me. Like, I
I've
don't need it.
Yeah, I've gotten everything I need out of it. I met
Well, dude,
you,
here's
met
the
so many
weirdest thing,
friends down
man.
here.
I would tweet. I had 3,000 something followers on Twitter. If I tweeted out like a link to a YouTube video,
Mhm.
I can watch the stats in real time.
Mhm.
It literally not one person more would click on it than from it. You see what I'm saying? Like if I put a video up on link on Twitter,
Yeah,
no one would click on it. They would just like it.
makes
I
sense.
can see the
Makes
traffic.
sense. Yeah. Okay.
It's,
It
stupid.
doesn't help you gain views. Like just
No.
putting it on YouTube gets you the same amount of views.
It gets me more.
Okay, I just pulled her up on Twitter. You can flip through. I don't know where it is. You can find it if you
I don't remember how to use
are
Twitter.
so
I'm kidding.
inclined. I picked a bad time to start trying to see what Harry Potter's like because I finally finished all 9 movies. Or no, 7? However many there are. I've watched all the Harry Potter movies. And yeah, picked a bad time to get into that fandom because people are giving her...
Are you liking Harry Potter?
I like a handful of characters, but it did not need to be 7 movies.
Do you see why I say every movie should be called, "Hey, Harry Potter, don't do that, but you can do that. It's okay because you're Harry Potter"?
There's that, and they all start the same. They're all, oh, Harry's with his terrible human family. Oh, he gets saved by a wizard. Oh, the next movie, oh, he's stuck with his human family. Oh, he's saved by a wizard.
Is this the one you're talking about where she said, if sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction? If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is a rape? What? Sex
I have
isn't
no
real.
clue because I haven't seen it myself.
I know and love trans people, but erasing the concept of sex removes the ability of many to meaningfully discuss their lives. It isn't hate. I don't understand what the fuck she's saying.
I don't either. But
The
people
idea that
are
women
taking
like
that.
me who've been empathetic to trans people for decades, feeling kinship because they're vulnerable in the same way as women, i.e. to male violence, hate trans people because they think sex is real and has lived consequences is a nonsense. Did she get hacked? This doesn't even make any sense.
I know. I'm so confused
I don't
by
understand
hearing
what the
it
fuck
now.
she's saying.
So now I'm confused by people's reactions. Because if you just
I
look at
respect
my
every
feed,
trans person's right to live any way that feels authentic and comfortable to them. I'd march with you if you were discriminated against on the basis of being trans. At the same time, my life has been shaped by being female. I don't believe it's hateful to say so. I don't understand what she's saying.
I don't either. And which is weird because then if you look at just
Can't we just... I'm just like, oh, man, can't we just be like, get back to the old days where it was just
Yeah.
like gay straight bi? Instead
Yeah.
of, I'm pot sexual. It means I'm attracted to ostriches and werewolves. Like, get the fuck out of here. When it comes down to it, there's really only three choices. Gay,
Yeah.
straight, bi.
yeah. Yeah.
Because pansexual is bi, right?
I think so. I don't know the differences.
Isn't it the same?
I know what I
Isn't
am. and,
pansexual like you're attracted to the person? So isn't that bi? If it's, I mean,
Yeah, it
it's a
should
little
be because
fucking
you don't
redundant, isn't it?
because you don't care what they are. You just like that person. So yeah, that should mean
Just
anything.
being bi, right? Like,
Yeah, because I don't know. I have no clue.
my favorite are the elfkin people.
The what?
Elfkin, they
Sorry.
identify as elves.
Um,
Now you're just talking about mythical creatures,
is
motherfucker.
this Middle Earth? Are
Yeah,
we-
you're talking about J.K. not J.K. Rowling, J.R. Tolkien shit.
yeah.
I identify as a hobbit. I'm harefoot sexual.
I don't understand what she was trying to say.
I don't either. Which is weird because then if you just look at the people I follow, they're all like, "Screw J.K. Rowling. I hate her books now, and
She
she's
says
against
I'm
bi
not
people."
against,
and
but she says I'm like that's the
Man.
problem with the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Hey, I support I support and will march with black people. I am not a racist. However, looting has to stop. You don't understand the problem. You're part of the problem. No, I'm not. I'm sitting here saying I support you, but maybe don't burn a fucking Target to the ground.
maybe do what John Boyega's done. Have you seen him?
That motherfucker's out there being a straight savage.
He is a G. I love John Boyega, just for that reason alone.
All this shit is getting out of hand with all these.
That's an
This-
understatement.
Like, it's even gotten Taylor Swift has fucking pissed me off with her newest song. If I was a man, I'd be the man. It
I
would have happened
don't listen to
sooner
her,
if
so
I
have
was a
no
man.
idea. Okay.
You wrote that song on your fucking jet in your 20s.
Jeez. I don't understand it. Well,
Well, you see, you're not an ally. You're not standing here.
By the way, if you don't like it, tweet at me. Feel free. I don't have to deal with any of the backlash. I don't give a shit. He's so cute.
yeah. Well, during all that, the Bogwings attacked our little troop here and hurt Grief Karga, gravely injured him. But Baby Yoda uses Force healing, and you called it ahead of time. You're like, that's why this came out before Episode 9.
Yep.
And it is. This came out 3 days before Episode 9. 2 days.
This
came out on Wednesday.
Came out was a Wednesday. That came out on Friday.
Yeah.
That was dude. That last year was such a friggin' roller coaster of Star Wars stuff.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, if you look at it, that was hinted at in what, Episode 2, when Baby Yoda tries to force heal Mando.
You just saw him like it was definitely hinted at, but it was one of those things where like you don't really think he can do it. He's so small.
Yeah.
And then they just show him using the Force with the Mudhorn.
Yeah. But you know that Baby Yoda can see Mando's in pain, and he's approaching Mando with his hand up. So
Mhm.
you're like, okay, it's something Force-related he wants to do to help Mando. And now here we are in Chapter 7. We see him force heal Grief Karga.
The plan was to kill you and take the kid. But after what happened last night, I couldn't go through with it.
I love Carl Weathers so much.
Yeah.
Well, you can gun me down here and now, and it wouldn't violate the code. But if you do, this child will never be safe.
We'll take our chances.
The Imperial client is
I think he understands basic. Like,
That poor kid has just seen so much shit.
yeah, and that's the point. I think what Quill's trying to make, like, droids and in his case babies aren't good or bad. They come up how you raise them.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're raising Baby Yoda,
It's
with
nurture
all
versus
this
nature.
death and violence and stuff, like, how's Baby Yoda gonna develop? It's one of the themes I feel like in Mando.
I think you're right.
And it kind of ties into Mandalorian culture because they're not a race. They take people in.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another part of it. It's like
That's
you're
true.
not born Mandalorian. You're developed Mandalorian.
You can't be born Mandalorian. It's
You
not
can
a-
be,
Oh.
but you don't have to be.
Gotcha.
Because like Din Djarin, he's not.
Yeah.
They adopt him into the culture.
Oh.
I really think he understands basic the more I watch this. Because like he reacts to people's conversations.
If he did, though, he would know that he wasn't really being hurt. If he understood.
So maybe he can. Maybe he's like a pet at this point. Like he understands tone.
Maybe. I mean, that's babies. I remember
Yeah.
one time with my son,
Yeah.
I was playing with him, and I was like, "You're so ugly," and I was saying like that.
You can say
And then
shitty
he's like,
things. Yeah, you can say bad things to pets, but if you say it in a good voice, a cute voice, they're like, yeah, cool.
"Aren't you so stupid?" And they're like, "Yeah."
You little dumbass, aren't you? Yeah. Oh, Baby Yoda's looking at his dad walk away.
It's the Quill Death March, bro.
Oh, it is. Dang.
Are those the same stormtroopers from in the next episode?
It's got to be because they have the speeder bikes. So they're the ones that have that rank.
They're both scout troopers, right?
Yeah.
That was my favorite stormtrooper design.
From the original trilogy.
Up
Or of
until-
all time.
Of all time until the Death Troopers.
Death Troopers are sick.
Death Troopers are so sick.
I like
black and
Purge
green.
Troopers.
Oof.
I kind of like the Sith Troopers too, though.
They're cool.
But I like sequel trilogy troopers better than original trilogy.
Me too.
The design of them, way
The
better.
helmet's so much sleeker.
Yes.
Not a chance. That's going on my wall.
This is
No,
Star
get out
Wars.
of here,
This is
Mando.
definitely Star Wars too. Oh.
My mom's calling me.
Four guarding the client. Many more here in town. Things got really heated once Mando crashed the safe house. Not yet.
Oh, I didn't catch that. So
What'd you say?
After-
Sorry, I'm texting.
after Chapter 3, when Mando saves Baby Yoda and gets out of there, they've sent more troopers down to like occupy the city, basically. So the police, not the police presence, but the stormtrooper presence is much larger now because of what he did. And we find out later who sent these troopers, and it's Gideon, Moff Gideon.
Mm.
But there's still only 4 troopers protecting Herzog, Werner Herzog. You know what? At this point, if they made that his character name, I'd be okay with it.
Moff Herzog.
What exquisite craftsmanship. It is amazing how beautiful Beskar can be when forged by its ancestral artisans.
His enunciation is insane.
It's
Ancestral
artisans.
It's not ancestral.
I'd
artisans.
like a
It's-
ciabatta chicken sandwich.
It's just the enunciation. He could say any word and make it interesting.
I just got word that Holly's not coming home till Friday now instead of tomorrow.
Oh, dang.
My week's gonna be so boring.
Mandalore resist our expansion?
You just want to do commentary on the rewatch that I'm doing for the original trilogy?
I would do that.
Yeah.
I think we've done. Have you done any of the commentaries with me of the movies?
Nope. These are the first commentaries I've done. Mando.
They're fun to do.
Yeah. I can start over. Do episode 1 and 2 again if you want.
No,
I'm not that far in.
I'm not.
You just
doing
don't want to
two.
do 2, do you?
I wanna do two.
I knew it. Oh yeah, okay. He gave us a little exposition there. He tells us that Mandalore resisted Imperial expansion, and he's telling us kind of the pros and cons of resisting Imperial expansion, which in a way is what Mando is doing kind of right now. He's resisting helping out remaining Imperials,
Mm-hmm.
and we find out that Moff Gideon was involved in that Mandalorian expansion. There he is. Giancarlo Esposito, my bad.
Have you watched Breaking Bad?
No.
What the fuck, dude?
I'll get there.
What
eventually.
the fuck, bro?
I'll
You've
get
never
there.
watched it?
No.
That's my number one show. Like that.
Dang.
My number one TV show is my favorite one is Californication.
Okay, I've not seen that
Then,
either. but-
then How I Met Your Mother. But those are like comedies.
okay, yeah.
But as far as like a serious show, Breaking Bad's my number one.
Okay. I don't really have a lot of serious shows. I love Parks and Rec. I love Community. But I need to get into some serious ones.
Breaking
so.
Bad is a perfect show.
Okay.
It is absolutely perfect. The ending's perfect. It's and then the El Camino, the movie that came out, was perfect.
Yeah.
Like, dude, look at him. Look at those things.
Death
Come
Troopers.
on, dude. And the
Death
way they
Troopers.
talk, it's that scrambled message. It's
Yeah.
just so friggin' sick.
Yeah.
They're
And these
so
are
good. I
all-
love these.
These
by
are
the
all
way.
members of the 501st.
Yeah, I know. And they all kept their mouth shut. No one said anything. Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy?
Yeah.
I love those little troop carriers, man. I've
Little
never
transports?
seen those before.
Yeah. They're in Rebels. They're in Star Wars Rebels, and they brought them into live action for this. They might be slightly modified, but same principle.
My mom said, "Hey."
Nice.
Actually, I said you said, "Hey," because I sent that picture.
Oh, well, I already
That's
said
what
hi
she said.
then.
She said,
Nice.
"Hey."
This is sick, though. The standoff is sick, but I
So
love
sick.
Gideon's TIE Fighter landing.
So
It's
crazy.
beautiful. But this TIE Fighter is a practical thing. It's built on the set.
Yeah.
There's a full, real TIE Fighter for the set.
Is that how all TIE fighters land?
No. I looked into that. It's not. This is like a prototype land, kind of. So there's only a handful that do this. Mostly ISB agents have them.
Did you hear that? Like almost sound like it was from. Dun, dun, dun,
A little Kylo-esque.
No.
No?
I think it's from Empire Strikes Back in the meteor.
Yeah. Okay.
Did you
yeah.
hear it?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna do a rare rewind because I want you to hear it.
Okay.
You know the part that goes.
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah. It's a little more sinister.
Right here. You hear it? It's almost like.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. That landing, though, is sick.
Super
I love
cool.
that.
Sorry, I don't like to rewind it, but
I don't blame you. It was worth it
sometimes
for
you
that.
have to hear it. We knew Quill wasn't going to make it.
Yeah, sadly. Oh. Gideon's such a good villain.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't even had him for that long. He's in like 5 minutes of this episode, and then like
he's the main villain in Breaking Bad, right? One of the main villains.
yeah.
And just how that all goes down is just. I'm telling you, man, that show is perfect.
I love how he has a cape in this.
I know.
They
it's
said
so
he's
sick.
basically supposed to be Darth Vader. Like they based his character off of Darth Vader.
Really.
Yeah,
It makes sense.
yeah.
You may think you have some idea what you are
But you do not.
I think everybody on the show is genuinely having fun, but him and Cara Dune, I always forget her actual name and mess
Gina
it up.
Carano.
Gina, like they're having the most fun. I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Both of them are.
He there's something creepy about over enunciating your words. Like he doesn't say don't. He says
Yeah.
do not.
Yeah.
But you think you know the power that you possess, but you don't. Isn't as intense as do not.
Yeah.
As you
I don't
do.
know, but
It's weird, right? He's so awesome.
pour one out. Pour one out for Quill.
Quill. Ugh, breaks my heart.
Right? He's definitely dead.
They bury him.
Yeah. He's gone.
Bro, if the Emperor can come back, fucking Quill can come back.
No
Season
one's
2.
ever truly gone.
No one's ever really gone.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot
That's
that's how
how
it
it
ends.
ended?
I forgot.
Whoa.
Yeah, I forgot that's how it ends.
Whoa.
It feels like a finale though. Like if
Right?
they ended season 1 like that,
People will be furious.
I'd still dig it. People would be, but I dig it. The ending they have in this upcoming episode is still great, but I love that. That ending is fine. I'd be okay with that.
See, that's Boba Fett colors, man.
Yeah, the shoulder, what's it called?
The
Shoulder
Beskar.
palette or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. Nick Nolte.
T.
Oh yeah, now I can tell you about it because you've seen it in one of the episodes of the gallery. The art. Why am I going blank? The art they do, concept art for Gina Carano was Gina Carano. For Cara
Really?
Dune, they said it in one of the episodes. Before they cast her, they drew her.
No, I don't remember her say
Yeah.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Was that what originally he was supposed to look like?
Grief.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's supposed to be Grief Karga. They said that too. He
Oh,
was going to
that's
be an alien.
right.
They were going to throw a
That's
mask
right.
on him
and
and
they
stuff.
said, why would you cover that
They're like,
face
that's
up?
a waste of him. Yeah. But he was like, I went into it and I didn't say anything because I was, just wanted to be in Star Wars. But when then they said they didn't want to waste me and cover my face up, I was like, well, of course not. Why would you?
Oh, Doug Chang was a co-producer.
Nice.
That's cool.
But when they did the concept for Cara Dune, they drew Gina.
That's crazy. I forgot. I don't remember them saying that.
Yeah.
To be fair, I watched a bunch of them in one sitting.
Understandable.
I watched like 3 or 4 episodes in one sitting. How many intros do I have to skip?
Well, you got the recap and then you got the intro.
Oh, that's right.
Here we go. I forgot his name. I just said it. Sudeikis. Right?
Jason Sudeikis,
Yep,
yeah.
the baby puncher. Look at him in a little book bag, flapping. I don't know how. I just noticed that these speeders are painted white instead of brown.
Mm-hmm.
What's
They
the
look
significance of that? I don't
I
know.
don't know. Dude, I went to the beach on Friday and there's still sand like in my hair.
What? Anakin said it, man. Gets everywhere. You punch him 3 times. Is that
Yeah.
many times? Oh. They did have to tell him though on the set not to punch it that hard. They're like, dude, it's kind of expensive. Can we not punch it that hard?
Why would you just not have it in the bag in that scene where he's punching it? Like,
I don't know. Just have an empty bag. Like,
Yeah.
put a pillow in there or something.
you can't see him.
Exactly.
They kept it really consistent with how they
Oh man, I still flinch.
sound, the stormtroopers.
Yeah. This is funny. This comes off really well. I like this. The banter.
But it's Taika Waititi, he draws it out too long.
It is, yes, I agree. It is drawn out too much.
And it's like, oh, they can't shoot.
They're shooting at this can. They should cut it right here. That's enough. Okay. But awkwardly looking at their guns is little. Yeah, this is going too long. You're 100% right. You're 100%. You can't change my mind on this now. I agree. And I just watched Ragnarok like a week ago.
Part of comedy is knowing when to stop.
Timing is it. That's all. Like, and I did watch Ragnarok like a week or two ago, and this feels like a scene from Ragnarok. Which I don't mind in Ragnarok, but now I'm like, this is too long. He bites him. Good. Oh, dang.
Identify yourself. I am IG Lin. I am this child's nurse droid and require that you remind him to me immediately. A nurse droid? I thought it was a hunter. Aren't IGs usually hunters? Oh, apparently this one's a nurse. I'm sorry, nurse, but you're gonna have to get out of here. Are you refusing my request? I'm telling you to get out.
I love that so much.
You can hear the bones cracking and stuff.
It's so good.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
he takes his head and slams him into the speeder. Ugh. So brutal, but so good.
So great.
That was unpleasant. I'm sorry you had to see that. See? It ties it. The baby shouldn't be seeing all this
you're right.
violence. Yes.
So are those two little like eye holes his eyes? I think I've asked you this
Yeah.
question before.
Yeah. He actually have 3 eyes.
They're like 9 eye from
Timekeeper?
Timekeeper.
I wish.
What's a telekeeper? I don't know what the hell that is.
I miss Timekeeper. I love that.
It's a good attraction. I
Yeah.
remember getting creeped out by it.
90s Tomorrowland was the best
The
Tomorrowland.
greatest of all time.
Alien Encounter,
Dude.
Timekeeper, Space
God, I
Mountain,
loved it.
People Mover, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It had it all.
Yeah. But wasn't it 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in Fantasyland?
It was well,
Because
you're right.
it's where Seven
you're
Dwarfs
right.
was.
Yeah.
But
To
isn't Tomorrowland
in
at
my
Disneyland?
mind, yeah, and in my mind, it's a Tomorrowland thing.
It should be.
Technically, on the map, it was in Fantasyland, so you're right.
So intense.
Who's setting up new work?
I found a sewer vent.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I love how he can tell they're like panicking, and he knows it too. He calls them out. Yeah, you're astute. Panic.
Oh, dude, that's so funny. I found the advertisement for my Jeep.
What? Is it your Jeep?
That's the one I bought, yeah.
That's funny.
Members of my escort have completed assembly of an E-Web heavy repeating blaster. If you are unfamiliar with this weapon, I am sure that Republican shock trooper Garrison Dune of Alderaan will advise
I forgot she's from Alderaan.
Yeah. Former rebel shock trooper.
facing the predecessor of this particular model. Or perhaps the decommissioned Mandalorian hunter, Din Djarin, has heard the songs of the siege of Mandalore.
The Siege of Mandalore. We finally seen it now.
Laid waste the fields of Mandalorian recruits in the night of 1,000
We didn't see the Night of 1,000 Tears though,
No?
and that's what leads me to believe in season 2 we're gonna see a flashback of Moff Gideon during the Night of 1,000 Tears killing Bo-Katan, right,
Mm-hmm.
and taking the Darksaber.
Could be.
That's what leads me to believe that.
That'd be interesting.
If Bo-Katan really is in season 2,
I hope not.
all of the thousands of casting rumors.
That's I don't.
You know the craziest one I heard? I heard that Din Djarin is actually going to return for season 2 of The Mandalorian.
No.
Pedro Pascal.
No way.
He's actually going to be there.
I heard that the baby Yoda's gonna make an appearance, and that it is Yoda. And they use the world between worlds to skip time periods.
God, please don't do
The
that.
more you say these things, it's going to happen. Just like the Ugnaught you said, that's going to happen. Such a Western, this one.
Uh-huh.
It's like a standoff in a cantina. I'll give you till nightfall. Like,
The minute we open that door, we're dead.
We're dead if we don't. At least out here we've got a shot.
That's easy for you to say. I'm a rebel shock trooper. They'll upload me to a mind flayer.
Those aren't real. That was just wartime propaganda.
Well, I don't care to find out.
what, did she say a mind flayer?
I don't know. I didn't catch that.
I forget what she said. Is basically something along the lines of like the droid they used on Leia in A New Hope.
Oh, that was like fake world time propaganda. Gotcha.
Yeah. Like Grief Karga doesn't know if it's real, or like Cara Dune's saying it's real because it kind of is. It's what they did to Leia. So
Mandalorian isn't a race.
But it is though.
it is, but it can be more. Like you can be born on the planet Mandalore.
So it's like
and-
Jewish people.
Yeah.
You can be born a Jew, but you can also convert to Judaism.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's a good parallel. And I mean, he's not a Mandalorian when he was a kid, but he gets
That
saved.
ship that flies by is so freaking cool, but it does not look Star Wars to me at all.
They're in Attack of the Clones and in the Clone Wars and in Revenge of the Sith.
They're in
They're
the
droid
they're in
ships.
Attack of the Clones?
Yeah, they're in droid ships.
With the eyes like that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I stand by it. It doesn't look Star
No,
Wars
yeah,
to
I
me.
don't like the design. I agree. But they've been around for a while now. But yeah, he's not born and raised on Mandalore, but he gets saved by the Death Watch.
What planet is this?
We don't know.
How dope would it be if it was Alderaan?
No, it can't. Well, it would be dope, but it can't be.
Well,
That's
why
not
couldn't it be?
That's not what Alderaan is.
What do you mean?
Alderaan is more.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's like
and-
Naboo.
Yeah. Yeah.
This could just be a rainy day.
Mm. But then again,
I just want to see Alderaan in live action.
so let's hopefully we get it with like a Cara Dune flashback.
I would love that.
Yeah. Because I don't want it to be they're both from Alderaan. You know, wouldn't that be kind
I
of?
just want to see Alderaan in live action.
Yeah. It's at the end of the Revenge of the Sith for like
That
6 seconds.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. I want to know who in Death Watch is who saves him.
Isn't it Pre Vizsla?
No, he's dead at this point. Well, we don't know. It could be Pre Vizsla. Jon Favreau's character.
Yeah, and I
it
thought-
could be.
Or no? Who is?
Maul
other-
kills him. So it could be him. I would need to see his. Let's see his armor here in a second when they show it.
Those super battle droids kick ass. I really thought it was gonna be like Obi-Wan. So it makes total sense that it's a Mandalorian, though.
Yeah, it definitely does. That's not
It's not Pre
Pre-Vizsla.
Vizsla.
No. But I don't know if it's when Death Watch was all like evil, or if it's like the sector of Death Watch that became good. I don't know.
What if it was? How old is he?
Who?
How old is Din Djarin?
I have no idea. That's a good
Like, where
question.
in the timeline is this flashback happening?
No
Has to be in the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, because they have
Because you have the attack droids.
B2 series battle droids, super battle droids.
So that means he's like 50,
yeah,
40.
yeah. Because the Clone Wars only lasted 3 years.
So it could have been Django, but no.
No, because Django wasn't a part of Death Watch.
Oh, so that's Death Watch? That's
Yeah,
the
the
okay.
insignia on their shoulder.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep.
I don't know enough about Mandalorian culture and stuff. foundling. It's like unobtainium.
registers of Mandalore. Moff Gideon was an ISB officer during the Purge.
That leads me to believe that they were the good side of Death Watch. If he like got registered in the Mandalorian records and stuff, because the Mandalorians didn't accept the evil Death Watch. They like kicked him out and exiled him,
I need to watch some of that stuff.
and then they split up eventually. So I feel like that leads me to believe that the good guys caught him and saved him. Baby Yoda's
What did
having
you do?
the time of his life.
He goes and marks all the people. What's the name of this planet again?
This is Arvana 7 or something 7. Arvana 7, I want to say. Or is it Navarro?
Navarro.
Yeah, the planet Quill lived on was Arvana 7.
7.
This is Navarro.
Laughing, watching.
He's
people
having the
get
time of
murdered.
his life watching people get killed.
I love those speeder bike sounds. So good. So sick. They can just do that. Like the,
Oh,
the,
and
way,
then he
the
just
mechanics
jumps
of
off
his
the
body
bike.
are so sick.
Yeah.
Like he can just like turn around and like it's just so friggin' awesome.
It's a
IG-88 was my favorite droid other than R5. You know that.
it's such a strange combination of like being rigid and being fluid.
Yeah.
It's an odd combo, but it works.
Boom. Boom. They showed this scene at Celebration.
Yeah. He comes out wrecking
But they,
people.
but they made it look like that was in episode 3.
It does, yeah.
Because they showed
It leads
that.
you to believe that it's early when he's
They
going
sh-
to save Baby Yoda.
Yep. They show him come out and kicking and God, I wish Celebration. I hope it happens this year, man.
Like all of these explosions and stuff are all real. Like the only thing,
Did Deborah Chow say they did like 7,000
yeah,
explosions?
she said they ran out of explosions. Like everything we're seeing right now, except for the blaster
practical.
bolts, is practical.
So crazy.
Like this is a real thing that
I
happened.
heard that the bullets were practical though. I heard the laser blast. I'm kidding.
I was like, oh, you might be on something. I don't. Like, how fun would this be to how much fun would this be to shoot?
I feel like it'd be
Because
exhausting,
it's
honestly.
real. You're in a real Star Wars, basically, because all of it's there except the blaster bolts. Your
Oh, that
boys,
sound.
Death Troopers,
It's so creepy.
even their blasters sound different.
Hey, doesn't he like take the thing from one of them and start shooting at him?
Mando, he
Moff
grabs the
Gideon.
E-web. And Mando grabs the E-web and starts killing everybody. And then Gideon throws a grenade, I think. Because it ends up like deafening the Mando. An explosion does. Oh, he shoots it. Yeah, that's right. He shoots the power source of the E-web.
Carl Weathers was made for this role, man.
Yeah. And she really picked him up
dragged
and
him,
dragged
yeah.
him. This
She's
is real.
a savage.
She really did this.
She's a friggin' UFC fighter.
How
MMA
much
fighter.
do you think that he weighs in that armor and stuff? Like,
She's
and she's just
awesome.
dragging him like it's nothing.
She's awesome, dude. I love Gina Carano.
You know what? Like, I'm glad that we waited so long to kind of do this, to see it in context with the gallery.
Yeah.
Like, to see it and know things that we know now.
I thought they're running out of steam though on gallery because it's like
They kind of repeat themselves.
Yeah.
The last one was called The Process. And I'm like, isn't that what all of this is about? The process? Like, They're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make it.
It's so funny, man. I used to be so freaked out by IG-88 when I was a kid because that level of the level in Shadows of the Empire where you fight IG-11
Yeah.
was so creepy, and the sounds he'd make, and that he'd sneak up on you and creep me out. But now it's different.
Din Djarin.
I always want to say Jin Darin.
Both of them sound like Star Wars names. Like, if it was the other way, I'd believe it.
But
Either way.
it's funny. I said it backwards once, and now I only say it the wrong way.
There's things like that, though. Like, if you say a certain thing. Baby Yoda. To the rescue, like always.
Is that a new stormtrooper? That red?
Yeah. Just a new variant.
Do we know the name of it?
No, but I'd imagine it's like Flame Trooper or something, you know?
Imperial Flame Trooper.
Yeah, something like that.
The Flame Troopers in Force Awakens are so sick.
Yeah.
This is the way.
Here we go. Yes. Baby Yoda puts his hands up, blocks the flames. He's doing the magic hand thing. Oh, he pushes it back. I forgot he pushes the flame back
Yeah.
on him. Oh.
Dude, the second half of the season is even though I think episode 3 is my second favorite. Oh, little baby Yoda.
Oh, he's exhausted.
No. Even though I think episode 3 is probably still my favorite episode, the first
3 and 8 are amazing.
and guess what they have in common? I'm just saying, Deborah Chow's that chick.
Mhm.
And if they take the friggin' Obi-Wan show away from her, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh no, please don't.
I'm gonna be pissed off.
I want that no matter who directs it, but I definitely want her to because she has the best
I
Mandos.
don't care if it's not her.
Really? You're out?
She
Like,
did.
out?
I'm not. I'm,
You're gonna watch
I'm never
it.
gonna be out.
I know you're gonna watch it,
But my interest level, like the way I'm with the High Republic, I'm just like, okay. The thing
Yeah.
is about High Republic, I know I'm gonna read a book and I'm gonna go, holy shit, this is awesome. But I'm just not excited about the thought of it, and the
Yeah.
idea of that show because I didn't know anything about her until this. And then when you see the best 2 episodes of the show are done by the same director, that's not a coincidence.
not at all.
So
Yeah.
she just gets it, and just give her Obi-Wan. Quit fucking around. I'm telling you, after the end of this year, Kathleen Kennedy's stepping down. Calling it now.
And it's gonna be one of the people from the gallery that takes her place. Probably Bryce Dallas Howard.
I would never watch Star Wars again. I'm not a living thing.
Exactly. And this also shows a little bit of trust, finally, between Mando and any droid, but IG especially.
It's a funny, I don't know what I was expecting him to look like because I know what Pedro Pascal looks like.
Yeah.
He said back to spray, right?
Yep.
That's so sick.
That's the kind of stuff that
I
is
love.
fine. It makes sense.
Makes sense.
Back the spray. Back the is a
It's
health.
not the high ground.
Right.
I know what Pedro Pascal looks like, but I thought maybe they would make him look different.
Yeah. Not at
He'd
all.
be an
They didn't
alien or
change-
something.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's the same idea with Grief Karga. Why change Carl Weathers?
Yeah.
Don't. They're perfect.
Pedro Pascal's the man.
Do you remember in the gallery episode when they were showing him do his voiceover, Pedro Pascal?
Yeah.
How he's holding a pillow
Yep.
as the baby and pointing his hand as a gun. He was physically acting it out.
That's all voice actors.
Yeah, well, yeah,
It-
but his level of compassion, and he was into it. He was sold on it.
Mm-hmm.
He did such a good job.
Well, that's why it's voice acting and not just talking. I mean,
Yeah.
I love voice acting. I think it's the hardest thing you can do
It's
acting
gotta be.
wise because
It's gotta be.
when you're acting, you can use your face, and when it's just your voice and you have to convey those emotions.
Mm-hmm.
I think about how hard it is to be goofy and talk like Goofy, laugh like Goofy, have like think about a Goofy movie where it's not just him being like it's probably way easier when it's Mickey Mouse, Clubhouse. And you're like, do you see the green
Yeah.
apple?
When
Or,
it's
you
just
know,
being silly.
just being that. But like,
Yeah, but that has the Goofy movie has character to it.
and when he's talking about like, I know you're a grown up. I just want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Like that's hard to do.
Mm-hmm. And it's not just a 8-minute short.
Yeah.
It's a 90-minute movie.
My old possum pal,
Who's your favorite possum?
Lester. I know you need a big hug from Lester. Don't even think about it. Lissy, don't you feel all good inside?
Now,
Beat it, doofus. I love that movie. That's another one of those ones I can quote from beginning to end.
yeah, no
Bentley
question.
did not believe me that I can quote Toy Story like that from
No,
beginning to end.
I believe it.
And I put it on, and he was like, Dad, how many times have you seen this movie? And I was like, a lot.
Enough.
I've probably seen Toy Story more than I've seen any other movie.
Really?
Probably. That or Goofy movie. I mean, I watched both of those on repeat.
I don't know. It's for me. It's probably a Star Wars. It's probably Force Awakens. I don't know though.
It's probably, for me, honestly, Return of the Jedi.
I can
Dude,
see
I've
that.
seen that movie
Yeah.
so many times.
Yeah. When we saw this pile of armor, we all thought they were all dead. We were like, they wiped out all the Mandos.
When you left the system and took the prize, the fighting ended. The hunters just melted away. You know how it is.
Thankfully, we learned that they're not all dead. So, okay. Okay, we got the armor coming in. That's good. Ooh. Anytime anything pops anymore, I'm kind of
Gross.
automatically worried. I don't know if that's good or bad. So most of them got away fine.
Come with us.
No. I will not abandon this place until I have salvaged what remains.
So her plan now is to get all the Beskar and melt it down again.
Yeah, I still don't understand why.
You have the armor. Just jump on a ship and get out of there. Melt it down somewhere else. It's not like you're actually on Mandalore. You're on some random city.
Yeah, right?
Who cares? Oh yeah, we get the signet, and she determines that the Mudhorn is fine, because the Baby Yoda wasn't his he wasn't fighting Baby Yoda. He was saving him as an
Yep.
ally, not as a
And he's a clan of two now.
lone wolf and cub.
Yeah, they kept saying that in the Mandalorian thing, and I'd never heard that term used before.
No, that's an actual movie.
Lone Wolf and Cub
Yeah.
is a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's like a Kurosawa film or
Oh,
one
is
of
it?
those. Yeah.
I've never heard that, so I guess that's why I didn't know. I didn't know it was a movie.
I want to see that though. When the Jedi and the Mandalorians fought, we haven't got to see that.
But your High Republic covers it.
It's not long enough though.
200 years
Time-wise.
before the Battle of Yavin?
Yeah, it's not long enough because it's like 200 years before the prequels. It's like way back. When
So is the High Republic 200 years before Yavin,
Yavin.
or is it before the prequels?
Yavin, we talked about it before how dumb that
It's
is
such a fucking mistake.
because it's only like 50 years before the prequels.
You could have that story if you did that 200 years
Exactly.
before the prequels.
Maybe that's a good thing though. Maybe we'll see that story that I want in a TV show or a movie.
You might be able to see the outcome of that in the High Republic, so like how
Yes.
that changed the Jedi.
Yes. Well, because Tar Vizsla created the Darksaber, and he was a Jedi. He was on the council.
Yeah.
The only Mandalorian ever on the council.
Mm-hmm.
But then
I did know that.
something happened between them, and he got kicked off, and the Jedi Mandalorian War happened.
Is that in Clone Wars? You find that out?
No? Well, we find that out in Clone Wars, yeah. But I just want to see all that happen. I want to know more about why. But she's saying, I mean, Force users aren't the enemy anymore. And obviously this baby's not the enemy. So you're part of the same clan. He helped you fight the Mudhorn. You guys should be part of the Mudhorn signet here.
I'm pretty sure it's harder to weld something than that.
What, like 4 little zip, 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 and it's done?
Like welding screws, they just screwed it in.
Back to screws.
Back to screws.
It's a space screw.
Exactly. Yeah, she said reunite the baby with its own kind. So I don't know if she means Force users or if she means Yoda species
I don't know.
or both. We don't know. Or if she means Ahsoka Tano because she's coming to season 2. Who knows?
How would that be her own kind?
Well, I don't know. As a Force user, you know.
Oh.
Who knows? Because Mandalorians do know Ahsoka.
Mhm.
Obviously. So maybe the armor has interacted with Ahsoka?
Maybe he's interacted with Ahsoka, and he knows the
Possibly.
Force from her.
Mando?
Yeah.
Din? No, his first interactions with the Force itself is through the baby. Because him and Quill are talking about it, and
Unless
they're
he
like,
didn't remember it as a kid, when he's a little
or
kid.
that. Or he knows
could have seen it
Ahsoka,
and just
but
not known what it was.
yeah. Or he knows Ahsoka, but doesn't know Ahsoka has the Force.
Yeah.
Because obviously she would be in hiding,
Mm-hmm.
not wanting to show the Force.
Well, not when he got saved.
Not in the Clone Wars, yes, but perhaps after at some point.
That's the thing about it is like I wish I knew exactly like where this flashback took place.
Yeah, we don't. We just know it's Clone Wars.
Mm-mm.
So that gives us a 3-year period. But no, it gives us less because the
Those
Death
battle
Watch,
droids were only used,
they were used throughout the whole Clone Wars. They were introduced
that's
in
only
Attack
like
of the Clones.
but that's only like a 5-year period.
Clone
right?
Wars?
Clone Wars,
3.
right? 3, okay.
But we know that he was
God,
saved by...
137 episodes for 3 years. Shit.
Yeah.
Just so stupid.
We know that the Death Watch that saved him were good, though. And the Death Watch didn't initially start with, like, part good and part bad. They were all just evil. So it's probably at least a year and a half
I love
into
that.
the Clone Wars. She threw him into,
I
like,
love
the
that.
melting pot.
Yep.
She's a savage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, his helmet rips off.
So sick.
Whack in the face.
God, that's awesome.
They're all dead.
And you see, like, the cool thing about that shot
The
was
helmet's just
it
shattered
shatters up. You
up,
see
pieces of
it
the
come
helmet.
up.
Yeah.
So you know she actually, like, it's not inferred. You're like, oh, shit, you can see it.
Yeah. That's what, well, you probably say many more problems, but that's one of my problems with, like, Rogue One. When Chirrut's beating up stormtroopers, he's just got a stick.
Yeah, it's,
And he's hitting a helmet and armor with a stick. That's the point of a helmet, to not get hurt by a stick.
yep. It's,
So it doesn't make sense to me.
There's a lot of things about that movie that don't.
It
work.
just kills me. I'm like, if it was a dude just in clothes and a shirt and pants, yeah, you could beat the hell out of him with a stick.
Yeah.
But he's got armor on. A stick should not be able to hurt him.
Now that's different. That was like a cleaver.
Yeah,
She had
that,
like a-
yeah, that, and the helmet
and
shattered.
it shows it break. It's
Yeah,
not
it
just like,
breaks. That's the thing. Like, if you put on a baseball helmet and I go get a stick and hit you in the helmet, you're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, that's what kills me. I don't know. It just little things like that.
I'm with you.
It doesn't affect the movie as a whole,
Yeah, it does.
but it's weird.
This little R2 unit's so cute.
I
His
want
little-
one. It's awesome.
His little stupid feet.
He has 4 arms. That's General Grievous's son.
This was cool seeing this in the volume too. How it was like actually like they would
And they were
film
talking about how, like, they didn't want to step out because they thought it was lava.
it.
Like,
So cool.
yeah.
It's so cool, man.
I wonder if Navarro is, like, the same type of planet Mustafar is,
Good lava. I mean, maybe looks like it. Those
But
little
how-
rat things are cool.
but just on a further, like, developmental scale than Mustafar.
yeah, could
Because we've seen Mustafar evolve to where it is in Episode 9 even. It's not 100% lava anymore.
Yeah.
It's healed. So maybe
I
Navarro.
love that about that they went to Mustafar.
Yeah.
I kind of like and don't like in Rogue One when they show the name of the planet.
Yeah.
I like it, but I also don't.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
And it's inconsistent because they don't with Mustafar.
Why'd she kill the droid?
She told it to stop, and it didn't stop because they saw the troopers are waiting outside the tunnel.
So what? I mean, what are they gonna do?
She had no plan aside from kill it.
I will eliminate the enemy, and you will escape. You don't have that kind of firepower, pal. You wouldn't even get to daylight. That is not my objective.
We're getting close. Settle up.
I still have the security protocols for my manufacturer. If my designs are compromised, I must self-destruct. What are you talking about? I'm not permitted to be captured. I must be destroyed.
But could you always just put the droid back together?
I feel like there's a point of no return though with that. Like when
Yeah,
Mando
with
shot
the
him in the head,
processor, I guess,
the
if
whole
you blow that
building
up.
was the whole body was there except a hole in the head. You know, but when he blows up, he blows up.
I guess it determines like how where that like what you destroy. Like if
Yeah.
it's computer based,
Yeah.
you know, if you destroy that, it's kind of screwed.
But that's when I mean it's not so much a problem here, but like with superheroes like Deadpool, how he's like unkillable. But like if you completely blow him up, like what happens then? You know, like can he regenerate and heal
don't know.
himself?
I know.
It's like that same idea.
Yeah, like Wolverine's the same way.
Yeah, the regeneration powers.
I hate
It's
that.
like, yeah,
Such a cheap.
yeah.
Finally, like Superman. Like, oh
I
no,
can't stand Superman.
It's like, oh, he's only thing that hurts him is this little green rock. It's so
Yeah.
stupid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, IG strokes
Oh, God.
strokes his ear.
Makes me so sad.
Yep. That's an assassin droid stroking an ear of a little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's such a weird thing. But this ties it back and connects it all the way back to chapter 1, where his protocol is commit suicide, basically. But then it was like for no reason.
Yeah.
But now he's got a
Now
reason
it's
to
'cause
do it.
If he doesn't, he has to protect the kid. That's his main
Yeah.
objective.
Yeah.
And if he can't, then he has to self-destruct.
But then again, this is protecting the kid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a catch-22 almost, you know? It's like, if I don't do it, I can't protect the kid. I don't care what universe you're from.
I
That's
don't
gotta
care
hurt.
what universe you're from. That's gotta hurt.
What if Grief Karga said that or something? You'd be like, I'm out. These references.
I don't care what universe you're from. That's gotta hurt. I don't care what universe you're from. That's got to hurt.
Has got
That
to
has
hurt.
got to hurt. Muff. Did he say Muff?
I don't know if she said Moff, but he is a Moff.
No, Baby Yoda.
Oh, no. Did he mouth it, maybe?
Listen. Sorry, guys. I had to rewind it again.
Nah, I don't think so. I don't know.
This reminds me of when you're playing like Battlefront and you're trying to shoot at the
Yes. It's just like that.
like there's TIE fighters that
Yes.
like fly over you or low. You're trying
Yeah.
to shoot them down.
Do the magic hand thing, baby.
He waves at him.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Remember they showed a clip of this in Celebration too.
I love like the subtle theme for Gideon, like that snare drum sounding. It's kind of menacing, but like also it shows his power. You know,
Yeah.
it shows like how together he is.
God, how cool.
And this is what Disney's done a lot of since they bought Star Wars. They've shown us things we've seen before, but in a ton of new ways.
Yeah.
Like, we've never seen a TIE fighter in orbit of a planet like this, right? Like, not like in a battle sense. And we've never seen a jetpack be used the way it's being used here.
No.
Like, they take things we already know and they show us what else they
Like
can
Boba
do.
Fett's was just like a little shitty
Yeah.
from platform to platform jump.
Yeah. And, like, even in Rogue One, like the Death Star, we've seen the Death Star. We've never seen it, quote, upside down, in a different angle.
Yeah.
And they do that a lot.
We've never seen inside of a cockpit like that we've seen inside a cockpit of a TIE fighter.
Yeah.
But not that like top down.
Exactly.
Like,
The
that
angles
view.
and stuff. That's all they're doing. Is just changing the angles of things.
I'm so surprised Jon Favreau didn't direct an episode of the show.
Yeah, it's got so much Iron Man feel.
That's exactly why I brought that up.
Yeah. Well, you
Because
said
that-
it before. That's not me like saying you've said it before.
Oh, have I?
Yeah. Like the
I stand by it.
flashbacks with the armor when she's pounding the metal.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
totally
like Iron Man in the cave in Iron Man
Totally
1.
in the cave, yeah.
And any scene with the jetpacks is just like Iron Man.
Mhm.
Any scene.
That scene where he was like flying down. It's very reminiscent of like Tony
Yeah.
Stark's
Yeah.
the power in the suit
Yep.
going out, and he's like having to like slowly.
I mean, even Favreau said it in the gallery too. He was relating it to
that's
like
awesome.
Iron Man.
I wonder what role Grief Karga is gonna play in season 2.
I hope it's just as big as season 1, if not more.
Oh,
No, he's hugging his leg.
his little leg.
Ah, baby Yoda. He's like, Dad, you're back.
You will be welcomed back into the guild with open arms. So go off, enjoy yourself. And when you're ready to return, you will have the pick of all quarries.
I would like them to go to Canto Bight.
I mean, as long as there's a reason, why would they go?
Hunt down somebody. If they're doing the episodic kind of stuff again, have them hunt down somebody.
Okay. DJ, bring him back. He'd be way younger, obviously.
That
He'd be
wouldn't
25
work.
years younger.
That wouldn't work.
Right?
He'd be like 15.
Yeah, we don't know. Do you know what planet he's from? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why he gets a lisp, because he talks to Baby Yoda.
gets
Not a lisp,
smacked.
a stutter.
He gets smacked around.
Yeah. I mean, we don't even know DJ's real name.
I knew she was gonna stay longer. I knew it.
I can't blame her, but yeah.
Don't forget about this ending moment. I thought Moff Gideon died. I was like, wow, they just did that.
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah, we all kind of did. I remember losing it when I saw this ending. And I love your story about it. You watched this at like, what, 4 in the morning or something, right? And your story was like, your neighbors were like, shut up.
They were knocking on the door.
Yeah.
They were like, I was like, no way, no fucking
No
way. And it was like,
way.
I was like,
Right?
sorry.
Oh, he had a little mythosaur necklace he gave him.
So cute.
Yep. Oh, look at him.
He's gonna chew on it.
Right? Dun, 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 dun. Mm, 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 mm. Oh, the pan to the TIE Fighter, too. Like, if they would have just cut it there, that would have been cool. But they panned to the TIE Fighter. We see the wreck.
Great directing choice, by the way.
Yep. We see some Jawas scavenging.
Forget about the Jawas. Those are the off-planet Jawas.
Yeah. They move fast. That thing
Off-world
landed like
Jawas.
5 minutes ago. They move fast.
You don't play.
Here we go, though. Ugh. What?
Right here, I knew what it was.
What?
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can see it right there.
What
You
the
know.
fuck?
Oh, what a boss. What a boss. Then when he climbs on top of the TIE Fighter.
Dude, how fucking cool does that
Ugh.
thing look?
He's a G.
God.
I want that as a poster.
That is.
That final shot.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
There it is.
Whew.
There it is. This is the way.
Taika did that last one.
Taika's a friggin' genius.
For the most part. I do see his limitations, though. He does draw things out. I've seen it now.
I don't know if I'm excited to see him do a movie because he did.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my favorite episode of the show. It was done by Taika Waititi. So it's interesting. I think it's a good idea. All right. Well, that wraps up the Hey Mando, which is funny because he never even says Hey Mando in the show, but I don't think he does. But
Somebody does.
I don't know. I think it was just something I heard from Collider.
Could be
Or
that.
from Christian Harloff. He kept talking about Hey Mando, and so I stole it.
Now we're doing our Schoolhouse Rock commentary.
I love these little, like when you leave them on the thing.
Yeah, the little logos for each on
So
Disney
cool.
Plus. Yeah.
What is National Geographic's?
I don't know. I've never clicked on it.
I haven't either. Does Pixar do like the clouds? Yeah.
Yep, your Toy Story clouds.
Love it. What does Disney do? Of course.
Nice.
All right. Any parting words? Where can they find you on the internet?
Well, at least for now, I'm still on Twitter. I don't know. Twitter is becoming more and more of a cesspool. We'll see. But Evan T. Boucher on everything. That's about. I'm going to Universal for the first time ever.
I can't wait to talk to you about it. I'm curious.
Look forward to tweets and Instagram posts. Tweets will be more of
This
my
will be the first time
opinions,
you've
but
ever been to Universal, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the only theme park I've ever been to that's not Disney. I've been to amusement parks
Mm-hmm.
like Cedar Point. That's amusement park.
Yeah.
Six Flags. Those are amusement parks. But theme parks, it's the first time.
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, if you want my opinions on that, I'm going in as open-minded as possible because I'm not
Dude,
a big fan.
I'm telling
but
you. Well, you don't know you're not a big fan.
Yes and no. I know I don't like how I can look at the Jurassic Park sign and see a Harry Potter castle.
You'd be surprised how rare that is.
Okay,
And
I
to
just
be
don't
fair,
like that.
to be fair, you can walk from Galaxy's Edge and see Toy Story Land. And
Up
you can
to
see
a point. That's
and
the
you can-
transition
but
point.
that's
though.
the same
like,
thing. It's only a transition point.
I don't want to see like that would be like saying if I look behind the Millennium Falcon and I see Cinderella Castle.
two different parks though.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to see the icon of Jurassic Park, which is the gates of Jurassic
When you're
Park,
in
and
there,
then the
you-
icon of a different movie next to it. Like literally.
Well, that's also a transition area. Like that's a bridge you're walking over to. Like when you're walking through the Jurassic Park stuff.
I've seen pictures of people at the foot of the Jurassic Park sign
Yeah.
with Hogwarts
to the right, yeah.
in the same picture.
But it's
I don't
also
want that.
it's also a bridge that walks over to it.
Okay.
It's
That's
not
what I'm
really
saying. That's
it's,
why
it's
I
on
need
water.
to see
There's
it.
not much you can do about it.
Okay. And I also
But in
yeah.
the land outside of that, it's completely immersive. And Diagon Alley is even more immersive.
Well, but I don't care about Harry Potter. I care more about Jurassic Park. That's my problem.
I am not a Harry Potter fan of the films, but I swear to God, I stand by Forbidden Journey is the greatest theme park attraction ever made.
Better than Rise?
No, but
Okay.
up until Rise,
Okay.
it was the greatest theme park attraction ever made.
Cool.
Scott Trowbridge did it. Same guy.
Yeah.
He's a genius.
And I don't want to do like I will because it's a human nature thing to do. But I want to avoid comparisons because it's not. You shouldn't compare. Like
But
it's not a
You
thing.
can though, because they're both theme parks.
Yeah, to an extent.
They're just two different.
I
Like
understand.
you're always gonna have a connection to. I mean, I love The Simpsons, but
Yeah.
it's not even close to anything you get at Disney, and that's really
Yeah.
fun and really cool. But it's just it's not the same. And
Yeah.
if it was, it would be the same thing.
And
But
the only IP I care about that Universal has is Jurassic Park. So I'm not going
Nintendo.
to have the connection to those IPs.
have you seen the Nintendo stuff?
No.
The stuff in Japan, they've got like pictures.
I did
of
see
it.
a picture. It looks tiny.
It looks so fucking cool.
It looks the size of like Toy Story Land.
It's hard. It's
I'm
hard to
just like-
tell how big it is. It does look
Yeah.
small, but it's hard to tell.
But I don't have because I don't play video games that much, so I don't
Dude,
have the connection
I
to
love
that.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Most people do. I'm the weird one, so I understand that
Oh,
most
yeah.
people do.
Like doing like a. I think if you, I wish I could have designed that land because I had really cool, interesting ideas for what they could do with attractions. Like a Mario Kart ride's a no-brainer,
Obviously.
but I thought like a Donkey Kong mine cart ride
Okay.
because it's a big
Roller
level in
coaster,
the-
or
yeah,
you got to change it up.
roller
okay,
coaster.
Yeah.
Um,
Part dark ride, part coaster.
yes,
Yeah.
because there was a ride or a level in the Donkey Kong game for the Super Nintendo called Mine Cart Frenzy, I think is what it was called.
Okay.
And it's like just an iconic level.
Yeah.
And it would be so fun to live that. I also thought it'd be cool to do like a Star Fox roller coaster.
Now that's one. I don't know how or why, but that's one video game I do have a little bit connection to. I played Star Fox.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love Star Fox.
Yeah. The
Star
design,
Fox
like
64.
designs of those ships, kind of got me as a kid. I don't know.
R-Wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I love Star Fox.
I could see that. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll do an episode or two between now and then, but
Yeah.
look forward to my thoughts on a different theme park
I'm
and
excited you're
Volcano
gonna
Bay
go.
too.
I'm
So I
excited
cannot
you're-
wait.
Volcano Bay is amazing.
Volcano Bay is the only thing Universal's ever done that I said I have to go when I saw it. Like the day
beautiful.
it opened, I was like, I have to go there. I
It's
need
beautiful.
to.
Remember
So,
that opened the same day as Pandora.
I don't know. Did it?
It did. I remember.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I remember. It's very weird.
I'd rather go to Volcano Bay than Pandora.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah.
Volcano Bay is. I'm telling you, man, it's so much fun.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
great.
wait. It's gonna be.
The
I'll be there
food's
soon.
Decent.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Have you ever done the premium seats?
Yes.
I think I asked you that. I can't.
Yeah.
we
you
got
did
premium
it on the
seats.
phone
Yeah.
when you called me the other day. Oh, the sun's coming out
The sun will come out
just in time for it to
tomorrow
go right back down.
for another
Um,
tornado.
All right. Thanks for listening to this. This is always fun to do. Almost 3 hours later. If you need to contact me in any way, you can do it on Instagram. It's still Jedi Talk Podcast for now. I tried to delete it already, but I couldn't figure it out, so I gave up, so I still have it. But if you need any questions about the show or want to send questions to the show, JediTalkPodcast@gmail.com. And if you're not a douchebag, I'll respond to you. All right, friends. Until next time, may the Force be with you.
Always.